University of Juarez, achieving a degree in interior and graphic design, and you can really see that graphic nature in all of his prints, as well as those early cartoon interests. He likes to draw them a little bit plumper, a little bit more comically, with these bright colors that I think would go great in any children's room or in any place in your house where you're trying to just lighten the mood and have a little fun.
And it really is fun. And you know, the value on this is $695. $325 for mixed media on canvas. That is not a lot of money. This is a fine piece of art that you're getting. And it's not only, again, as with the Torah, it's not only a religious piece of art, but it does speak to the region that we're in, which is really great about most of these pieces of art. You really have something that's going to say El Paso. It's going to say the desert Southwest.
Yeah, and it's inspired by Fernando Botero and Diego Rivera's style, right? That's what the artist Francisco Romero was inspired by. It's got those larger, kind of comical, almost fun pictures, but it also shows a real endearment and love of Mexico and Mexico tradition and Mexico kind of aesthetic. And so what I really love about this piece is that it encapsulates all those things in a fun, lighthearted way that would be perfect, I think, for any home.
Absolutely. And remember, if you are the first bidder on this, our starting bid is $325. If you're the first bidder, you get some goodies from KCOS, and you help us stay on the air. And you get a great piece of art to hang on your walls. You know, and again, art is so subjective. It's such a personal thing. But when you put this up on your wall and you pass by it every day, you think to yourself, that is such a neat piece of art. I'm so glad I bought that, you know.
And you can always tell people when they ask, where did you get that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great story. You got it from KCOS to help support public access television with family-friendly programming and everything that they provide here in the community. So I think it's also a great story in front of how you got it. I love this piece. And as you mentioned, it extends onto the frame. So it's a full kind of effect piece. It's got those beautiful flowers, those bright colors. I mean, everything about this piece is like really unique and really wonderful.
And she's pretty and she's fun. I mean, that's the thing. You've got the little teeny tiny hands and she's holding him in a prayer pose. And I just think it's such a great piece. It's so interesting. It's such a conversation starter. I just really love her.
And even if you have lots of art in your home already, I mean, this is the kind of piece that's a perfect size. It's 17 by 14. No matter how much art you have, I guarantee you could still find space to fit this on your wall.
Absolutely. And you know, the thing I love about having an original piece of art is that nobody else has this. This is amazing. And so you have something that the artist worked on, thought about, you know, planned, and came up with all these vibrant, great colors, and it's yours. And it's yours for the starting bid at $325. I mean, come on, you gotta say this is a great piece of art.
Looks like this one's not going to go either, but it's probably people just getting geared up. A lot of the time what I also notice is as we get into this, people get more excited as we get more excited.
I think
so. And so I think that people might be looking for a special piece that's coming up in the next half hour or next half hour. As we always tell people too, though, if you're thinking about something and you go online and see our art that's coming available, we would love to hear from you. If you need to call in early to try and bid and get a pre-bid, you can do that as well. We're always here on the phones. Make our phone people work.
Absolutely, that's why they're here. And make sure that you go to the online, because you can get a closer up look. You can really take a look at all the detail, and you can really see what a special piece of art this is.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay.
Our next piece is... It's going to be El Paso by Hal Marcus.
It is. It's a signed print. The starting bid is $250. You know, this is what I like about Hal Marcus so much. He goes east to west. There's most art you think it's north to south, but I really love the panoramic of this piece, and that's really why I like so much of Hal Marcus's work, because you really do get the presence of that piece. Okay, so this is $250 starting bid. It's a total value of $450, and again, the framing's amazing. It really does not detract from the colors. It really makes everything pop.
Oh, we have a starting bid of $150.
Great.
They tricked us and they dropped it on us without telling us. So we got $150 starting bid. What are we looking for next? We're going to go in.
Okay, we're going to go in $25 increments. So we got a starting bid of $150. We're looking for $175. And we sure would like it if you would do that.
Yeah, we absolutely would. And this painting is a great representation of Hal Marcus's work. It's got the Cubist style, right? So when we think of Cubism, we think of, colors encapsulated within lines and within kind of simple shapes. So you see those cubes and those rectangles that kind of make the overarching image of this. And within that, you see lots of other small details as well.
You see the star on the mountain. You see Mount Cristo Rey.
And this one, I believe, is featured in Trans Mountain Hospital as of right now. That's where this is found. And it's an enormous piece. I actually walk by it every day on the way to work. It's a beautiful piece, not only in person, but also here in this print. They've really encapsulated all those small details. The quality of these is incredibly high. You can see the signature. This is another artist proof. You see in that center, sometimes you'll see A/P written to indicate that's an artist proof. This one's actually written out, so it says artist proof down there in the bottom center. This was one of the first ones produced, making sure that the quality was right, the color saturation was right, and true to form, and making sure that this is exactly what they wanted to be selling and having in people's homes throughout the community.
This is really great, and you can also see on the bottom right-hand side, right above Mr. Marcus's signature, you see some of the pillars that are going to be actually demolished that go right by the Lincoln Center. The I-10 project is going to take those down. So you've got these in art, and they're just amazing. I think one of them is the Huelga, and then the other one is the Virgen de Guadalupe. You've got the Texas flag. It's amazing. And see, that's the thing. You know, the thing about El Paso is there are so many iconic vistas about El Paso. You've got our Star on the Mountain. You've got Mount Cristo Rey. You've got that amazing art underneath the freeway. I mean, this is just so cool. And it's just such a great way to give somebody who really loves the city. Maybe you've got a friend who's out of town. Maybe they've got a birthday coming up. A graduation present would be amazing. But this is just the perfect way to celebrate El Paso from an El Paso artist who just really is so well known.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful piece. My personal favorite is the little square right down here that has Mr. Paleta Man, who's selling the little paletas. I think it's a great piece that, as you mentioned, not only shows kind of the landscape here in El Paso, but also shows the character of the people here in El Paso, and it encapsulates all of those things really well. You see the people, you see what they're doing. He takes not only the scenic aspects here, but he also takes the people and incorporates those in a really unique way.
And you really do feel El Paso in this print. It's just amazing. You know, it's funny because I lived out of town for a few years. I lived in San Diego for a few years. I lived in Austin for a few years, and really not a whole lot of flavor in those towns. I really dig El Paso because we have such an amazing community here, such a melting pot, and this really comes out in this particular artist proof.
And this is, in my opinion, also kind of like a high-end Where's Waldo, right? You have all these fun things, and you look. The more you look at it, we are at 175.
We have 175.
On which letter?
C.
So C's outbid him. This is kind of like a Where's Waldo in a very high-end way, right? You have Mr. Amigo Man here. Where is he? L for 200.
L for 200. Excellent.
This is the Amigo Man right here. I mean, every time you look at this, there's more small little details.
Okay,
it's super fun.
The streetcar over here.
You have the streetcar over there.
Spaghetti Bowl. Baseball park.
New baseball park is there.
We got the Civic Center. We got the downtown.
Downtown, it's all of that fully developed. That landscape's about to change.
We've got the X.
The Sunset Heights. This piece right here is $500 in my gallery if you go right now.
Oh, that's amazing.
$500, we're only at $200.
You're getting a $500 piece of art. Yeah, you're getting a $500 piece of art, and you're getting a signed Hal Marcus.
So we're currently 200. We were looking for 225 at our next bidder. So 200, 225 is a steal. This is already still below market value.
Absolutely.
And so this is a great deal.
Well, like Mr. Marcus said, you're getting the frame costs more than $200. 881-0013. Remember, whatever's happening here, you're about 10 seconds behind if you're doing the streaming. So if you want this piece, you need to call right now because believe me, we will be wrapping it up. We do have a couple of bids. So if you want this artist proof from Hal Marcus, you have got to get on those phones right now because we've got our gong guy. He's ready to say, wrap this up.
We've got about 30 seconds left on this one.
About 30 seconds.
So we're going to say...
We're at 200.
200 by L, going once.
Going once.
Going twice. Sold. For
Whoa,
200 to L.
There you go.
Thank you. We just want to thank all of you that are tuning in, watching us, enjoying this evening with us, and kind of going through all this art. Even if you're not out there bidding, we hope you find something that you love and fall in love with. You call in, you help support KCOS. Obviously, the station means something to you as it does to us. We're happy that you're here joining us tonight.
And remember, if you see something that doesn't sell, don't panic. They will still be here. They are still available for you to buy. We would like a donation, of course, and we'd like a nice donation because that helps keep KCOS on the air.
So next one up is one of our really big ones. This artist is quite famous. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, this is Florero by Mario Parra. It's oil on canvas and it is gorgeous. Okay, this starts at $750. It's about a $2,200 value, so you are getting a really spectacular piece of art.
I love this piece. So this is by Mario Parra, which we can talk a little bit about. He was born in Copper Canyon near Creel, Chihuahua. He grew up kind of wanting to be an artist ever since he was little. He was selling burritos at one point in his life, saw someone painting through a doorway, and that really just drew him in. He wanted to be a painter from that period on. He had a number of phases where he went from doing very simple artwork to working on velvet, which is commonly seen and sold on the streets of Mexico on the sidewalks, to then getting into a more refined style, which is what we see here. And this is an original painting. This is not a print, not a reproduction.
Right.
This is an original painting. You can see the signature down there on the right kind of bottom corner. This is a stunning piece with the flowers and the subject matter. It's something that is just classic. If you have a Tuscan-style home, which we see very commonly in El Paso, this is the perfect kind of piece to put in that and to not only kind of elevate the style of your home, but also be something that would be treasured. You mentioned passing things down. This is a perfect example.
Absolutely. So you could be on Antiques Roadshow here on KCOS if you buy this piece. Here's the thing I like about the piece. The light on it is amazing. The light on the flowers. See, I'll be honest with you. I can't draw a straight line without a ruler. So an artist they always blow me away with not only the finished piece, but the little details. You know, the apples, you've got the light on the flowers, you've got the darkness of the leaves, and just the whole composition of it is just so amazing. And it really does. It looks like you're looking into somebody's home, and they've got this beautiful arrangement.
And the starting bid for this one, we already talked about it a little bit. It's going to be $750. So $750 donation to KCOS for this beautiful original painting by Mario Parra. It's 28 by 24. It's framed, as you can see, and it's beautiful and ready to hang in your own home.
It really is beautiful. And this is the kind of piece, again, this is the kind of piece that your kids and your grandkids are going to walk in. People are going to walk into your home and be really blown away. They're going to be like, wow, I mean, where did you get this? And you get to say, I got it on KCOS's art auction, and I help keep them on the air. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to keep KCOS on the air and give you something amazing for your donation. And yes, we're looking for your money. So we need somebody to call in here right now, give us that first bid of $750. This is a gorgeous piece of art by Mario Parra. It's called Florero, and it is really something.
That's getting close to our next half hour, so we're going to be wrapping it up pretty soon. As we talked about, if you see something, if you missed it, if you're kicking yourself in the butt for not buying it, call us. We're always here, even if it's already kind of past the time.
Right.
We're happy to take your donations and happy to have you guys participating here with KCOS. So let's talk a little bit about our next step, which is going to be going back over to our leadership over here in the next couple minutes. We still have a couple seconds if you want to call in for this one before we move on, though.
Absolutely. And remember, if you see something and you're like, I should have bought that, go online, check it out, take a really good look at it, and then give them a call, and KCOS can help you get that piece of art.
So we want to thank you for joining us for this half hour. We have a lot more amazing art coming up. You're going to be really excited. We have a couple different themes, including Southwest themes, as well as some other pieces a little more modern. We've got something for everybody, so stay with us here for the next couple hours.
All right, we're off to a great start. It's some beautiful pieces right there. Those that have bid, we thank you so much. Appreciate your support of KCOS. Now, so far, if you're one of our lucky winning bidders or you become one later on during this auction, here's what you need to know about picking up and paying for your art. Also, keep in mind that in addition to purchasing art, you can also support KCOS by becoming a sustaining member. And one of the best benefits of KCOS membership is, of course, online access to PBS Passport.
Pick-up and pay information. If you are the confirmed winning bidder on an item, congratulations! After you win the item, a KCOS staff member will call you back within the hour to confirm your bid and take payment. You can pay with any major credit card, cash, or check. Please note we don't charge tax, but there is a 5% buyer's premium to help defray the cost of processing payments. We want you to get your art as soon as possible. Pickup times begin Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. and continue on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have additional questions or need special pickup or shipping arrangements, please call 915-590-1313. Thank you.
A new chapter begins.
Now you can access more of your favorite PBS shows than ever before.
This is the future!
with PBS Passport, a member benefit that lets you binge many of the latest shows and catch up on your favorites.
We really are living in the modern world.
Anytime you want.
Wow, how about that?
Anywhere you are.
There's literally nothing like this in the world.
Support your PBS station and get Passport, your ticket to the best of PBS.
Good evening once again. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in tonight's KCOS Art Auction. We appreciate you being here. I'm Rick Cabrera. I'm volunteering and helping out tonight, help guide through this process. I'll be here until 7 o'clock. We'll go until 9 o'clock tonight. Now, again, we have some amazing volunteers who are helping us out. I want to bring in Daniela Mata. You haven't gotten a bid yet, but you're excited about the opportunity, right?
Yes. Good evening. My name is Daniela Mata, and I'm really excited, so please call.
Talk about the decision to come out here and help out and volunteer some of your time. Why make that decision?
Yeah, well, I'm with the organization Zeta Tau Alpha, and I think it's our responsibility to give back to the community that has given so much to us.
Well, great. We certainly appreciate it. And see the piece of art you like so far?
I like a few, and I have, I've had an art show before, so I see a lot of the work that it takes for these artists to, make the work, and it takes a lot of time and dedication.
Absolutely. Daniela, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all the volunteers here. Thank you so much. We certainly appreciate you being out here and helping us out as much as you can. Now, we want to let you know each of the pieces was graciously donated to KCOS to support the mission of KCOS and the PBS programs that you love each and every day on KCOS and Create TV. Now, this year's auction could not have been possible without the generous support of our local business sponsors. Please take a moment and hear these messages from our wonderful local sponsors. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to go back to the art and see some more art.
Hi, guys. We're glad to be with you for our first set. I'm here with Hal Marcus.
I got my paisley tuxedo on.
It looks
and my brand new tie.
It looks like we decided to match today.
Yeah.
So we are excited to kick off our first set for the evening on this final evening of the art auction. So let's kick it off, Hal, with our first item in the set.
Okay, the first one is the Manuel Acosta. It's called Desert Legend. And it's a signed print, signed there, and it's got a $450 value, opening it up, framed for only $200.
Yes, and our next piece in this set is called Train Station by Bob Divin. He's an artist out of Las Cruces, and this is a great signed limited edition print, and it's a $250 value, opening up at just $150.
And the third piece is coming up on your screen. It's called, it's up there, Cart and Buggy, okay, by Tom Pillsbury. $250 value, opening it up at only $100, framed, beautiful watercolor.
And our fourth piece in this set is 4 Centuries of Paso del Norte History by Antonio Castro. We're going to talk more about this piece in a minute, but it is a $325 value, and the starting bid is just $150. And finally in our set,
Semana Santa by our own son of the Southwest, Tom Lee.
Let's get it up on the screen.
There you go, Tom Lee, and it's a $600 value, opening up at only $275, and this is also a signed print of Semana Santa by the great Tom Lee.
Okay, great. So we are going to kick it off with Desert Legend. Okay. So this is a great print of Acosta, and a nice signature on it too from '76. And this is, again, like we said, this is called Desert Legend, and it's a $450 value, 22 by 26 or so, 25, and it's a starting bid of just $200. So give us a call at 881-0013 and get us started on this piece at a $200
And it was
bid.
just framed by Lonnie's Art and Frame, beautifully framed and double matted. And okay, as you know, Manuel, when he did his landscapes, he always, instead of getting like live flowers and things like that, he would find dried up type of objects, you know, like what's going on there in the skull. This is one of his most famous. The original is actually owned by the El Paso Museum of Art. You can see the fine detail in this piece of, looks like a cow skull, and some of those, I don't know if those are, it looks like cotton.
It looks like cotton pods on the one side, right?
Cotton pods and some dried flowers. So this is a $450 value. The great Manuel Acosta, we all know Manuel Acosta and Tom Lee are the two greatest, most celebrated artists that ever came out of this region. He was born in 1921. He died in 1989. And this piece was probably created in the 70s. This is a sign. The interesting thing about this piece, it's also dated 1976. It says August 15, 1976. Manuel Acosta signed with a black Indian ink. So this is, pick up your phone for only $200. We all know that a frame like this at Lonnie's Art and Frame would probably be $250.
Yeah,
just for the frame.
Started.
It's quite large, 22 by 25 inches, a signed lithograph by the great Manuel Acosta. This was actually a part of a series that came in a portfolio put out in 1976. I think it was for the 200-year anniversary of the United States from 1776 to 1976. That's 200 years, right?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
you got the math.
All right. So this was a limited edition print. So pick up your phone. As you all very well know, last night I mentioned that Natalie and Emily and I start a year in advance finding these works of art that would be special for the viewers of PBS to support.
Definitely. It takes a lot of planning. We think
support
really hard.
public television and also support the artists.
Yes, and it's exciting when the phones ring. We've got one phone ringing, hopefully for this piece as well. But there's time for everyone to get in on it. So 881-0013 again, and you can see what's coming up throughout the rest of the evening. You definitely want to check that out because I was working late last night deciding a couple of our pieces that are going to get a second look later in the evening as well, which is in the second half of the evening. The first half of the evening, they're all still new pieces that you haven't seen at all during the auction. And so just like this one, it hasn't been up in auction at all.
And they can go to the website right now and see what's coming up because as of yesterday, the last pieces for tonight were going to be a surprise. So if you want to see what's going on a little bit in advance.
And there's a couple of new additions too.
Yes, there
so
are.
An original Hal Marcus, an original Mora,
and a couple of them
some gorgeous pieces
coming back up.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for only $200 to get a signed Manuel Acosta print. And it's in good condition. It's really never seen the light of day because it's been protected in a drawer.
Yeah.
It's framed, double matted, nicely framed. And you can see it's called The Desert Legend by Manuel Acosta. This is a $450 value. We're looking for a bid of only $200. Okay, we're going to lower it. We're going to lower it to $150 because Emily and I are determined that I'm not going to want to have to eat my hat. And so $150 for a signed Manuel Acosta print. Okay, this is unheard of. Okay, $150 for a signed, framed Manuel Acosta. We've all heard about Manuel Acosta. He was on the front cover of Time magazine in 1969 for his famous portrait of Cesar Chavez. You know, his work is in the El Paso Museum of Art. It's in the Dallas Museum of Art. It's in the Smithsonian Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C.
And you could have a piece of his artwork
$150
and support KCOS.
This is an amazing deal. I know that people are just finishing up dinner right now. They're coming to their TV. They want to support local television. Thank you.
175. See,
175.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you. We have 175. We're looking for 200. We got 175. We're looking for 200 for a Manuel Acosta. He was born in Mexico. He came over when he was a young child. He worked with Peter Hurd. He has murals.
200. What's your letter?
200.
H. 200 on H. Thank you, H.
Now we're looking for
225 C.
225.
Thank you.
Thank you, El Paso.
So fast we can't keep up with
Every
it on the
time I
board.
say I'm going to have to eat my hat, they
starts to work,
they start waking up. Okay, thank you.
H, would you like to go to 250 or anyone else?
Looking for 250 for a signed Manuel. Maybe you can get a detail of the signature down there if you
if we can
move
scroll
it up
down just a little bit, they can see it.
You can see the signature and the date of the Manuel Acosta. Looking for 250. We got 225, looking for 250 for a $450 value. The thing about this, if you have all the money in the world, you can't find these works of art anymore for sale. Okay?
They are very rare.
I mean, where do you go to find a Manuel Acosta? You know, you can't find them. This was just framed by Lonnie's Art and Frame. There's a signature, August 15, 1976, the 200-year anniversary of the United States. He put out a portfolio. I know because I sold him advertising. I had an art magazine, and him and I were working together on the advertising for this.
Well,
so we got 225 going once. We got 225 going twice. We're looking for 250. This is your chance. Okay, and sold for $225. Thank you.
Thank you so much, C. Congratulations, and to all our bidders out there.
Okay, they're waking up.
They're
waking
are.
up.
That's great.
Okay.
So this next piece here is entitled Train Station by Bob Divin. It is a $250 value. It is a signed limited edition print. It's 16 out of 50, so that's a rather limited edition. And Bob Divin is a local artist out of Las Cruces. We're looking for a starting bid of just $150. Can we update that on the screen? The starting bid is $150.
Starting bid is $150. We're lowering it to $150, okay? So let's get it back on the screen. Okay, Bob Divin is a professional visual artist for almost 50 years. He was trained in New Mexico State. Now, if you all ever been to the Renaissance Fair, he created the big dragon in the park.
Oh, wow,
He's actually
that's
having
great.
an exhibit in Las Cruces that opens up next week.
Thank
150,
you, S.
thank you.
We are at 150 for S.
He does portraits, landscapes. He's also a playwright. He's a musician.
What a Renaissance
He's a Renaissance man. Anybody from Las Cruces especially knows of Bob Divin. He is the artist laureate of Las Cruces. And here, this is the station. I believe it's the station from Old Mesilla, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it says Las Cruces on
Las
the
Cruces,
sign,
Las
right?
Cruces
Yeah.
train station. Everything is very authentic. This is a signed piece. So we got 150. We're looking for 175 for a framed, double matted, beautiful piece to support local television. Bob Divin. I'm sure people out there know who Bob Divin is. He's actually a Renaissance man living up in Las Cruces. I saw a play once that he did on John Singer Sargent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he painted a beautiful, the portrait of the woman with the strap that was falling down from her left shoulder in the early 1900s. It was a big controversy, and he did a whole play around that. So we're looking for 150. No, we got 150. We're looking for 175 for, I know the Chris Babcock over there who knows all about trains. He knows probably the name of this. Is it a steam train? 440 steam engine, very authentic.
So any train fans out there?
Train fans,
it's
Las
also
Cruces
just
fans.
Las Cruces fans.
This was
It's a
probably
great
done
piece.
in charcoal and pencil. Originally, it was made into a lithograph by the famous Bob Divin.
Yes.
So we're only looking for a $20 increment of 170. You can buy it for $20 more. We got 150. We're going to looking for 170. We got the phone ringing over there.
We've got someone on the phone, which is great. Hopefully interested in this piece, but thank you, S, already for your bid of
Now
150.
remember, when you come in and pick up these pieces, some of the pieces that didn't sell during this auction are still available. Okay, you can make an offer, you can buy them right where they are, and it's all for a donation. So we're going to go with 150. Going once.
Well, let's give him a second on the phone here
Okay,
just to see.
I'm giving
We're
him a
told we
second.
have 1 minute on this piece
Right.
left. Yeah.
Now remember, the more time we have at the end, the more we get to throw in some special surprises.
True,
Special
yes.
surprises. During my break, I'm over there in the lunchroom. I'm painting another portrait.
Is this call for this piece as well? Can you guys? It's for something else?
Okay,
great.
150 going once. 150 going twice, and sold for 150.
Congratulations, S.
All right.
Okay. And we're moving on to our third piece in this set, which is by Thomas Pillsbury.
Thomas Pillsbury, born in 1905. He was born in Oklahoma. No, well, here it says 1905, but he was born in 1904. Oh, maybe he was born before they did this bio. Okay, born in 1904. He was active in New Mexico, California, and Oklahoma. Okay, $250 value. This watercolor is really extraordinary. It really is extraordinary.
So this is an original piece, right?
It's an original piece.
Very affordable for an original.
Right. $250 value. Opening up at only $100 for an original.
Yes.
Wait till you see the detail on this. I actually picked this up in an estate sale, and I very quickly tried to find out about who he was. And he was known for his paintings, his etchings, active in Chicago and in New York as a scenic artist, a fashion designer, a fashion creator, a set designer for various theatrical enterprises. He settled in Laguna Beach in 1930s and worked as a painting contractor while exhibiting locally. He died in 1990, so he was 85 years old. His work includes oils, watercolors, etchings, linoleum prints, block prints, silver point prints, and this comes from the Laguna Santa Cruz Art League. and the source is Ask Art, very reputable. Look at the detail on this. For you people out there who know Western art, you can see the detail of this watercolor. This is a man who really knows how to paint.
Because watercolors are difficult.
He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. It's an old piece. I believe this piece, I think I looked on the back, it was done in 1922.
Oh, wow.
1922. $250 value. Of course, who can say what the value of a work of art is like this?
Yeah.
You know, I go to many auctions for the Heritage Auction, David Dyke, early Texas, and they'll say this piece is estimated between $1,000 and $4,000.
Pretty big range.
Yeah. So, you know, when we say the value is $250, it's not like it's a car that you have a blue book value where you can say, oh, let's have a stagecoach with a pink pillow in it and find how much it costs. It's very vague. But I'll tell you one thing, for $100, you can't go wrong for this original watercolor. I know if Don Bean and some of these people who know Western art, they know when they see something like that how beautiful it is. We're looking for $100, okay, just $100. Okay, I don't want to eat my hat. I'm going to lower it to $50. $50. If you're at home,
and then the phone rings.
If you're at home and you'll say, "Oh my God, Hal Marcus has gone crazy. He's giving this stuff away."
It is the last night, though. You
the
never
point
know.
is that I know you all are out there. I know you know good art. I know you want to support local television, and we need to get the phones ringing. Okay.
So again, we're looking for $50 starting bid on this piece, and if we have a couple folks on the phone, so be the first one to bid the $50.
Be the first one, and you get a $100 print for free.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. El Paso, don't change the station. Just keep
125.
125.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Believe me, this is an extraordinary
They
work
jumped
of
up.
art.
That's great. It is a great
125.
piece.
Looking for 150.
Okay.
Now you all didn't see this, but when I said
Okay.
150, but when I said $50, Emily kicked me under the table.
Well, you know, but it's a funny thing because somehow when Hal drops it down, then folks seem to come back up with it, and then we usually end up over where we were starting to.
Right,
So
and the thing is I don't
to
want to
work.
eat my hat.
Well, I know,
You know?
it's a nice hat, so I
I
really
know it's a
don't
nice
mean it to
hat.
bite
I didn't
out
bring
of
any
it.
salt and pepper. So it's 150. We're looking for 175 for an original watercolor done in 1922.
Yeah, it's a
by
very
Tom
gorgeous
Pillsbury.
piece.
If you go and Google right now, Thomas Giles Pillsbury, you'll see what a fan. In New York, Chicago, Oklahoma, California, Laguna Beach, his oils will go for $100,000. So right now, 150 going once. We're looking for 175.
Let's
Everybody
do
got
it.
real quiet
I
all of a
know,
sudden.
right? I think it's time to sell it.
How about Natalie? Should we go on? Okay, 150 going twice. And sold. Thank you.
Thank you, Ass. Great job. Okay, we're on to our next piece here. Another slice of history.
No painting left behind.
I know, we're doing well.
No painting left behind. That's our new motto. Okay, get ready, folks, because it's going to get fast and furious as the night goes. This is the final night of the 4-day thing. Remember, we started a year ago collecting these works of art. They don't just come out of nowhere. We have to knock on an artist's door. We have to beg. We have to trade. And she was about to give her a second born, right?
She's here tonight hanging out with us, too. So this next piece is 4 centuries of Paso del Norte history. This is a really great piece
Antonio Castro.
Yeah, you said he's having a show
He's
right
having
now.
a one-man show right now at the Museum of Art. His paintings go for thousands and thousands of dollars. He was born in Zacatecas, Mexico. He's lived in the El Paso Juarez area for all of his life, illustrated dozens of children's books, including Barry, The Bravest Saint Bernard from Random House, Pájaro Verde, The Treasure on Gold Street, The Day It Snowed, The Gummy Chewy Rattler. He illustrated pictures by Joe Hayes. Okay, so let's get down to the brass tacks. It's a $325 value.
Opening up at just $150.
$150 for the framed Antonio Castro. And Chris Babcock told me that it was actually the celebration that came out in 1980, right?
1981, he said.
1981. And what did it celebrate, Chris? 4 centuries of El Paso. There it says right
Just
there.
like the title.
Right.
And you know, this is a signed limited edition print. It is number 18 out of 100, so it is a limited edition. As you can see the signature
It's got the
down there, too.
Conquistador, it's got the Native American Indian, it's got the Gringo, and it's got the Priest, it's got downtown El Paso, it's got the Franklin Mountains, it's got the cross. It's got more things in it than mine.
I know. I felt like he was channeling your style.
Yeah,
huh?
it's got the old courthouse. It's got the mule-drawn cart. Was with Mandy the mule. Okay, get a close-up. Okay.
Oh, they've been doing a great scrolling close-up,
$150 for this is a collector's item. 4 centuries of El Paso. This is historical. And I had never seen it until I got it in an estate sale and brought it in by Antonio Castro. $150, ladies and gentlemen. You're out there in TV land. Pick up your phone right now. Get yourself a piece of local history. This says it all right there. The 4 centuries and the Anglo and the Gringo and the Conquistador and the priest. Okay, $150, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up your phone right now.
881-0013. Again, this is a $325 value, and it's a nice mid-sized piece. It's 20 by 17. It would fit great in most any space. Again, Antonio Castro, as you mentioned, is a very famous local artist and having a one-man show right now.
Right. Antonio often works with his son, Antonio Castro H., who teaches graphic design at the University of Texas El Paso, where he is an associate professor at the Department of Art. He is one of Cinco Punto's primary designers. Oh, wow. When Antonio illustrates a book and his son, he plans the book, designs the artwork together so that the books created are also handmade by him and his son. In 2005, the government of the Chihuahua, Mexico commissioned Antonio to paint a mural for the government palace. The mural commemorates the anniversary of the Battle of Tomochic. His work has been exhibited in the museums in Texas, Mexico City, Oaxaca, Spain, and Italy. $150, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to have to eat my hat, so I'm going to lower it to $100. Oops, she just kicked me again. All right, $100, okay? I'm getting bruised. $100 for a framed piece of American and El Paso history.
Yeah.
$100, folks. Want to hear that phone ringing? I don't want to have to eat my hat. You'll be sorry. You'll be sorry if I have to eat my hat here.
This is a great print with a lot of history in it. I love how it has both the portraits and then the kind of landscapes, historical pieces, you know, with downtown, with the mountains, with like we said, the mule.
I can't believe it. This is a piece of El Paso history. 4 centuries of El Paso del Norte history. $100 for this beautiful signed lithograph, black and white. $100.
Number 18 out of 100 in this signed limited edition. So again, we just have about 60 seconds more on this
60
piece, so
seconds.
Give us a call.
60 seconds. I'm not going to eat my hat. Rick over there is making me seem real foolish. Huh? Does that mean
your hat looks tasty?
No, wait a minute. I think he wants to buy it. I think Rick raised his hand. Sold to Rick. Sold to the Rick. I'm going to lower it to $50 right now.
The phone is ringing. Don't go too fast.
Oh,
right?
Okay. Never mind. $100. Rick said no. $100. Okay. Thank you.
Tease us.
You don't want to have to see me eat my hat.
S100.
Oh, 100. We got
Okay.
100. Now we're looking for 125.
125.
It's because of you, Rick. It's because of you. You saved my hat from being eaten. He just wants me to eat my hat. Okay. Yeah. All right. No.
Okay, so S has it for 100, right?
100. Looking for $110. We got 100. Looking for 110. $10. You can make my day. For the Antonio Castro, the 4 centuries. This is a piece of local history.
It is. It's a great piece of history. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're running out of time on this
They're telling me that I've overstepped
so.
my bounds.
Well, we still have one more piece in the set, and
well,
it's a really beautiful one,
just
too.
don't kick me, okay?
I know. They put us far enough away that I can't quite reach.
All right, here we go. 100 going once. We're looking for 110. 100 going twice. Sold for $100.
Thank you, S. Thank you for your bids. Okay, now
Thank
we
you,
are
Chris.
moving on to our final piece in this set.
No.
And this is a really gorgeous Semana Santa by
Tom Lee. Semana Santa.
Yes, and this is a print, right? You've got some of the details
Yes, it is
there.
a print, but let me look down here. There was only 200 of them. It's number 39. It's signed in pencil, Semana Santa, Chihuahua. And it's signed in pencil by the great, famous Tom Lee. A $600 value, opening up at less than 50%, $275.
And it's a large piece, too.
It
it's
is.
34 by
34
29.
by 29.
Yeah.
The phone's got to start ringing. Tom
Definitely.
Lee.
Last night we had a much smaller print from Tom Lee that went for over $300,
That's
I
right.
think.
$375 last night for a little
So
teeny
this is a
one.
great piece.
Do you see the shadow? You see the shadow? Someone's praying.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very lifelike, very lifelike. This is a very famous. Look at the shadows also in Christ's arms. And maybe this was Palm Sunday?
I'm guessing, well,
Are those palm leaves coming down there?
I think they
Okay,
are as
Semana
well.
Santa.
Semana Santa, we just
I'm
had our
Jewish.
Semana
What do I know about?
I know, I was like,
what do I know about palm? Yeah, okay.
Yep. But a great piece, just really representative of Tom Lee's like detail and work on the piece, as well as, you know, a religious piece and a piece of history as well. But a really wonderful signed full color fine art print. Again, a $600 value. Looking for that opening bid of just $275, and you can give us a call at 881-0013.
You see the halo. You see the halo going around the crown of thorns.
Yeah.
You know, it's very real. At one point, it looked to me like it was carved out of wood, but as you get closer, it looks like it's like a real human being. You know, it's the muscle tones, the feet. You know, the way it's the shadows on the wall, the mystery of who's praying or who's looking at it.
I know, the shadow. I hadn't really even thought about the shadow.
Could it be
until you brought
Mother
that up.
Mary?
Yeah.
Could it be just someone who's having some problems that are praying? And I've never seen Christ with the palm leaves.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting addition. Yeah.
It is. It's very beautiful. This is Tom Lee. We don't need to tell you about Tom Lee, but he's the most famous, well-known. There's the Tom Lee Institute.
Yep.
It's national, international. His work has been shown in the White House. We can go on and on and on about
Many
who Tom
famous
Lee is.
people own his work, so you can have
Many
a piece
people
too.
own his work, and this is the most sought-after artist ever in the El Paso region. We're looking for only $275.
Yes, which is a steal of a deal
$275
for
the
$600
Tom
value
Lee.
piece.
$275 for the Tom Lee. Semana Santa, large. It's almost 3 feet. It's almost 3 feet. It's 34 inches, almost 3 feet by the time you have the frame.
Yeah.
So get to your phone. I know it's Sunday night. I know you want to help public television. I know that you know who Tom Lee is.
It's a great piece. 881-0013.
I know you don't want me to eat my hat.
I know, right?
Even though Rick keeps on saying, eat the hat, eat the hat.
Rick's having fun, and we're glad to have Rick with us this
We're
week.
glad to have Rick with us.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, say that now. Okay.
Yes, we are.
Come on, you guys. Call 881-0013. 881-0013. I'm going to use my mental telepathy.
We've just got about 30 more seconds on this piece here.
I'm going to drop it to 200. We got 30 seconds. We're dropping it to 200.
200.
Okay? No
You guys are
painting
getting
left
a steal.
behind. No
So,
painting left behind.
It's
$200.
updated on your screen, as you can see.
$600 value.
881-0013.
$600 value. Tanny Berg's going to be coming up here
He's
next.
gonna be joining us
He's
in
not
just a
going to
minute,
tolerate the people of El Paso. He's going to be very
He's
strict.
going to be calling them out. Yeah, I know. I'm just here holding
$200
space for one round. Yeah.
For Tom Lee signed. You could just sell this on eBay for $600.
There they go. There's the
Thank
phones.
you.
Thank you, El
You can
Paso.
sell this
Keep it
on
ringing.
eBay tomorrow for $600. And it's for a good cause.
Okay, there's a couple phones there. Okay.
A couple of them going on. Okay, I think we're on to something here. Just stop kicking me, Emily. Everything's going to be okay. Trust me. But I haven't eaten my hat yet. I've only been doing it for 30 years.
Thank you. See, we've got
See,
200 there.
200.
We'll look for
Thank you.
225 would be our next bid.
Okay,
225.
thank you. Okay, now we're looking for 225 for the signed Tom Lee.
Which is still less than
Lee.
half.
Oh,
hey! 250 for us.
Okay, I have faith.
Yay, thank you.
I have faith in El
See,
Paso.
we need 275 for
No
that next
painting
bid.
left behind. Okay, 200 looking for 225.
275.
Oh,
We're
275.
at 250. Yeah.
250 looking for 275. It was
It's
supposed
still a $600 value. It's a great
It was
piece,
supposed to open up at 300,
I know, right?
and we dropped it.
Yep. Yeah.
It's 250 looking for 275.
Thank you,
Yay!
Steve. Good job over there on the phones. Thank you for
right.
keeping our volunteers busy. Next bid
Okay.
would be, we're at 275 on C, and we're looking for a bid of 300 now. Still just half the value of this $600 value piece. Would you like to go 300?
Yay!
Thank you, Az. Yay! Great job.
300.
It's just that little magic You
It's
dropped
that
it
little.
down and it
It's
starts to
because
come
we're
back
wearing
up.
purple. I
It
told.
is.
I
And
called
your
her up.
wooden bow tie,
I
which I
called her up. I
love.
said,
Yeah.
if you're wearing polka dots, I'm going to wear paisleys,
Paisley,
and
and
we're
we matched.
going to like
And
sell
now we've
every
got
piece.
another call coming in.
I
Hopefully, also to
told
bid
you,
on
we
this.
just have to be patient.
It's going, yeah.
El Paso is a big supporter of the arts.
They really are. You know, they also
really
love to do this to us to throw us off schedule. Right? Because we get the look from the producers that
Remember
are like,
when
we have to stay on time. But it's all to raise the money.
Remember it was
so.
Downtown Abbey and we
Oh my
went
gosh,
over like
and
a half
people,
hour?
if we would go over and then everybody wanted to
As long as
burn
the
us at
money's
stake
coming
for
in.
So again,
Okay.
we're at 300.
300,
we're
looking for
325.
They're telling us we have to move on.
Anybody left? See,
We've
you're
got
still interested?
5
you need to go
more
up to
seconds.
325.
Okay, 300 going once. 300 going twice. Sold for 300.
Thank you, S. Great job on our phones over there. And
Wow,
now
thank
it
you.
is time. Thank you, Hal. That was a
Back
exciting
to
start.
Rick.
Back to
I know
Rick.
he's sad because I didn't have to eat my hat, but sorry.
Thank
We're
you,
actually
Rick.
taking up a little donation thing here to get you to buy the hat and eat it. So we'll see how much we can raise. Hey, we sold every piece in that hour, folks. Nice job. Nice job. Excellent. Fantastic. Again, my name is Rick Cabrera. If you're just tuning in, good evening. And again, welcome to the 2019 KCOS Art Auction, your volunteer host night. Ecstatic to be here. You already saw some tremendous art, and there's more to come, so please stay right there. We're on the air until 9 o'clock tonight. A big opportunity to really help the city of El Paso and KCOS continue to give you in Las Cruces some great programming. Now, we do want to mention each of these pieces was graciously donated to KCOS to support their mission of celebrating and preserving the arts. Proceeds from the art auction will go to supporting those great PBS programs that you love each and every day on KCOS and Create TV. This year's art auction could not have been possible, of course, without the generous support of our local business sponsors. Please take a moment for these messages from our wonderful local sponsors.
At Crown Wealth Strategies, we empower our clients to realize financial independence by securing today, tomorrow, and the future. One family, one solution, and one legacy at a time. Because at Crown Wealth Strategies, our greatest investment is in you.
The Hal Marcus Gallery is El Paso's premier art gallery. Visit the Hal Marcus Gallery at 1308 North Oregon or online at halmarcus.com. Since 1980, Lonnie's Art and Frame has provided El Paso with high-quality custom framing. From posters and family photos to priceless works of art, no project is too large or too small. With El Paso's largest selection of frames and mats, you can be sure to find the style and design you're looking for. Lonnie's Art and Frame, 2035 Traywood.
We also want to take a moment to thank our food donors for today. Albertsons Grocery Store for donating yummy sandwiches, which no one's offered me yet, and chips to keep our staff and volunteers energized. Again, thank you very much, Albertsons, for supporting KCOS and the art auction tonight. We do appreciate it. And as always, we encourage you, our viewers, to support the local businesses who support our station. And thanks to our phone volunteers for donating their time and taking your bids. Thank you all very much. We appreciate it. Except for Chris. I don't know, you're a little too ecstatic over there. You're enjoying your job a little too much. Yeah, exactly. Now, speaking of bidding, here's a little more information about how to go about doing that.
How to bid. Bidding on items in the art auction is quick and easy to do. First, explore the collection online at kcosartauction.org or keep your television tuned to KCOS. Then, when a piece of art catches your eye, call 915-881-0013 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes, so bid high and bid often so you don't miss out on any of your favorite pieces. It pays to get the bidding started. If you're the opening bidder on any item in the art auction, even if you don't win the item, we'll give you a free fine art print. You can choose from one of the following 3 prints: Plaza Lights by Terrence Flores, El Paso by Hal Marcus, or Spaghetti Bowl by Terrence Flores. These are all beautiful local themes that you can have framed and keep for yourself or give as a gift. So call in quickly because it pays to bid first.
Those are some great pieces right there. Again, bid first. That's the most important thing to remember. And then let's get things going. Let's build up the amount. Again, we're helping a great local cause tonight. So now, it's almost time to get back to the bidding. Just a quick note about the format of art auction. We will present 5 art pieces every 30 minutes. You can keep track on our website, kcosartauction.org to see a schedule of all the art coming up this evening. We will preview each of the 5 pieces in the next 30-minute set and then present and sell them one by one. So stay alert and call in as soon as you see a piece you're interested in. Like we shared earlier, most pieces will sell within 5 to 7 minutes. Last hour, we sold them all. Also, depending on whether you view us on cable, satellite, broadcast, or live stream, there is up to a 10-second delay between what you see on air and what's happening right here in the studio. So be sure to dial in early so you don't miss your favorite pieces. All right, let's send it back to our auctioneer and art commentator. And most importantly, I don't see a hat to eat over there.
Any hats.
We don't have any hats.
I know, we don't do that.
Nice try, Rick.
We are here, though, and excited to be selling some more art, and excited for you guys to see all these pieces with us. We have some great pieces this set. Let's go through them one by one.
Okay, first up, we've got the Medicine Man from Don Beal. That's oil on canvas. Starting bid on that is $175. Next up, we've got another wonderful piece by Mario Pata. It's called Colorado, and it's an oil on canvas. Starting bid just $650. It is valued at $1,800. Next up, we've got Sunset Snow by Earlene Barnes. That's an oil on board. I feel like I know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, like I've got the guy at Antiques Roadshow.
Yes.
Oil on board.
And this is like Antiques Roadshow, except you can own it.
Exactly, exactly. So it's Sunset Snow by Earlene Barnes. Starting bid, $850. Next up, we've got Mario Pata. It's oil on canvas, Monument Valley. That one's starting bid is $825. And then the last one we'll be looking at this half hour is Symphony by Mario Pata. That's oil on canvas, and that starting bid is $925. This is great. I love this one.
This first one is great. This is by Don Bean. This one is entitled Medicine Man. And what I really love about this one is there's a number of things about it that are really wonderful. First of all is the color. This one jumps off the page. It's got bright, saturated reds and oranges on it. Don Bean has an art gallery over on Paisano Drive. He's still with us and a very active painter and creates amazing works like this one. The gold frame also really sets it off and really allows you to focus kind of on those small details. It's got the Indian on the horse. It's got the horse, and it's got all that bright color around it, as if he's kind of coming out from the shadows, either going to war or going to any kind of activity. I mean, you really see a lot of movement and life in this photo.
That's amazing.
For this painting.
And this is 24 inches by 20 inches, so it is a pretty commanding piece of art. And the really cool thing is right down here, I don't know if you can see this on TV, but you might want to go online and take a closer look at this painting. You've got the, not just brushwork, but it looks like you've got the palette work. And
yes.
I know this because I watch Antiques Roadshow on KCOS.
Yes, you're correct. So this
I
is
think
an
it's
oil.
called impasto, isn't it?
So this is an oil on canvas, and what you see with it is a lot of that heavy, kind of not just brushwork, but also kind of where they've got the real scraping, right?
And
so they end up with that heavy texture. If you see this picture in real life, I mean, you can kind of appreciate it on the camera, but in real life, it's very impressive. It's got really thick, heavy paint with good saturation. You see the texture and all of these details, and that's what really makes oil so unique. You know, when oil originated, they used to make things very, very smooth. And as things kind of progressed, the chunkiness of that paint became more utilized to create the texture and to create more movement and a better sense of imagery with the painting.
I really love that. I really love that. And you know, the thing I love about it is his face is so dramatic. I mean, and you really can pretty much see what you want to in his face. Like you said, he could either be going into battle or he could be returning from battle.
And we've got our first bid already.
Nice, $175.
Into battle, into our first auction.
Yes.
Like getting good with all this. We're at $175.
$175. And remember, if you're the first bidder, you get some really good goodies from KCOS. If you want to bid, it's 881-0013. Remember, if you're watching, if you're streaming this, we're about 10 seconds behind. So if you're interested, make sure that you jump on right now and get your bid in. This, and like I said, this is just amazing because you've got a zillion different colors going on, but they just really create the scene.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you've got he's so grand and he's so, you know, just an amazing figure.
And this shows really Don Bean's, you know, commanding ability to work with lots of different colors. He's got the oranges and the reds, and he's got those blue hues within the Indian, and those are opposite on the color wheel, which really allow them to pop. So that's why you're seeing such a really strong image and strong presence, is he's got those blues countered with those reds and those oranges, as well as that chunky paint that really kind of gives a lot of sense of movement. And what's great about this is it's abstract in a way, but yet the subject matter is very traditional, very Southwest,
Right.
and very specific kind of to this local region of New Mexico and southwest United States.
He's really amazing. He's the Medicine Man by Don Bean. Oil on canvas, 24 inches by 20 inches. We've got our starting bid at $175 right now. If you would like to bid on this, you need to call right now, 881-0013.
And our next bid we're looking for is going to be how much?
We're going to go up in $25 increments, so we're looking at another $25 for $200.
So just $200 donated to KCOS could get this in your home. This is a great piece. We oftentimes talk about the different sizes that they come in. You know, no matter how many pieces you have collected, this is a great piece. It's the perfect size. It's 24 by 20. You could fit this anywhere. We're not taking your excuses today. This is a gorgeous piece that I think would look good anywhere.
And you know, and it's a piece of original art. I mean, like I said, if you remember when you were really young and you were just kind of throwing up whatever on the walls, I mean, I got to be honest with you, when I was a kid and living in San Diego, I put up a blanket on a wall, for God's sake, because that was pretty much all I could afford. But now, when you think about it, you know, $175 for a really amazing piece of original art. This is something that you're going to see the rest of your life. Your kids are going to know, your grandkids are going to know. It's going to be a part of your home. And it makes a big difference between that and a blanket hanging on your wall. I mean, let's be honest, this is a beautiful piece of art. $175, we're looking for $200 right now. We got to get these phones going because we are making sure that KCOS stays on the air.
And one bid is great, but we like to have it be an auction, right? And what makes it an auction?
Absolutely.
More than one person calling in and bidding and helping to donate here to KCOS.
Okay, so we're a minute and under.
Yep, and this one's going to be going pretty soon. We got about a minute, 30 seconds left before we go to our next one. And in this block, we have a lot of things that kind of go in common. So let's talk about what people are going to see in the next half hour. They're going to see a lot of other art that's Southwest themed. They're going to see a lot of art that not only has that Southwest theme, but also those motifs of kind of Arizona, New Mexico, El Paso. You're going to see a lot of landscapes as well. People love a good landscape. And so we have some great stuff coming up, so stay with us. But this one is now at $175.
$175. You know, I just saw one of the people who had bought a painting. She was walking out as I was walking in.
Oh, really?
And I said, hey, you got your art. And she said, you know what? This is the first time I've ever done this. And she goes, I'm way more impressed looking at it here in person. I saw it on TV. I fell in love with it. And she goes, I cannot wait to get it home. It's going to be amazing. And that's the thing. I mean, you see this on TV right now, but then when you see it up close and you really see all the detail, it is just something else.
Yes, this is a great piece. We're at $175 now, going once for S. $175 going twice.
Going twice.
$175 sold. So we're excited. Our next piece that's going to be coming up is right over here. Let's tell people a little bit about it. It is Colorado by Mario Parra.
Yep.
We've talked about Mario Parra a little bit. He's a very well-known artist. This piece is 20 by 24.
And this is oil on canvas. And I mean, another beautiful, you know, I just love these. I really dig some Western scenes. I like horses. I like cows. I like the mountains. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you would see if you went into Ruidoso. You could see these vistas. And that's why I like real art, because it's like opening up your window and seeing this outside of your house. And this piece is so pretty. The colors are so soothing. And you've got that real, you know, that real far off effect. And then you've got the gentleman with his horse and the river. I just love it.
And this has some great blues. It's got a really nice saturated blue sky. It looks beautiful. You can see that horse and the horseman kind of in that bottom left corner. We're looking for a starting bid of $650 for this one, which I think is a steal.
Absolutely. This is valued at $1,800. And like Hal was saying earlier, you know, you get a value on something and you think to yourself, how do you value a painting? Well, you value a painting if it speaks to you. If it tells you, you know what, I've got to be in your house. You have to see me every single day. And that's the kind of art that we're selling here at KCOS. These are beautiful, amazing pieces of art that you're going to walk in every day and see in your home. And you're going to be really glad that you bought them. And it's helping KCOS stay on the air.
Exactly. So we're excited to have all these pictures featured here today. This one is one of my favorites from this block. You really see those good details. That horseman is one of my favorite things. Not only does this painting have a good sense of landscape, but it's also got a good personality with it. There's the horseman in that corner. You see the movement. You see the water kind of coming down. This is a great way to donate to KCOS and to have something beautiful in your home. So we're looking for a starting bid right now of $650 from someone out there. I know there's someone out there thinking about donating to KCOS. You've been watching us. You're looking for the right piece. This could be the right one for you.
Absolutely. And you know what? what? Think about it. When you're thinking about buying somebody a gift, you're thinking to yourself, well, if you're thinking about buying your wife a gift, you're like, something shiny in a little velvet box. I'll tell you what, a painting that she's going to see the rest of her life, that she's going to go, you know what? I really love that piece of art, and it's mine, and it's there, and it's something that we're going to be able to pass down. It's something that I'm going to be able to tell friends when they come over, you know what? This was a KCOS art auction piece, and he bought it for me for my birthday. You know, just a great story, a great piece of art, and it's just $650 starting bid. So we got to get those phone lines going.
So one of the other things we like to talk about with this art is this is another oil on canvas, talking about some of the details and the nuances of this. You can see that good color saturation. You know, oil is a little different than acrylic. When people work with acrylic, those colors can change and darken as the paint dries. With oil, the person that paints it, you know, you get the exact image and the exact perspective that they wanted to create when they did it in that moment. And what's great about this is it's also done a little bit in the Impressionist style. People love Impressionist works. You know, years before Impressionist painting became a thing, you'd oftentimes see just war or landscapes kind of painted, but then people started to paint things that are more like everyday life with the Impressionist style. And they would do things that really captured a moment. So what they really want to do is capture, you know, would this painting be the same at night? Would it be the same in the morning? What they want to do is capture the light at that moment. They incorporate the shadows, they incorporate what the person was doing, and they leave you the impression of that moment. Not just a set, very detailed idea, but really allow you to interpret that and think about what it was like for that person to be there next to that stream, next to those mountains, and enjoying that time.
And you have somebody who's from the El Paso area, and that's why these paintings speak so much to us, because it is part of our experience. It is part of our knowledge of the area. I mean, like I said, you could see this anywhere in Ruidoso. You could go to Cloudcroft and see this vista. It's just so amazing. Do we have an opening bid?
And I think the nostalgia of this is really great as well, as you see some really good nostalgia. So again, as we talked about, this one doesn't sell now. This is a great piece, I think, to look at and think about buying later. But we're going to go to our next piece, following this one. And our next piece is also just as beautiful, has very similar Southwest themes.
Absolutely.
I believe, well, you tell us the title.
This is Sunset Snow by Earlene Barnes. It is oil on board, and this is pretty spectacular. I mean, look at the colors on this one. And it's also a larger piece and a really beautiful frame. It is framed, it's 30 by 35. Starting bid is $850. I mean, that is amazing.
This piece is actually probably my favorite from the set today. This one's starting at $850, which I think is a steal. The frame is beautiful, but the painting itself is really what's beautiful. You see a lot of great colors in this. What I love about it is it's not traditional just, you know, green and blue for the skies. She has incorporated that dark sky with these whites and kind of those glints of pastel that you would see kind of gleaming off if there was snow or if it was kind of twilight time. And this is also done in a very similar. Oh, we already got a bid. So we are at L850.
Nice. We've got our opening bid of $850.
I'm not surprised. This is a gorgeous painting.
It really is.
And what's great about it, we talked about that Impressionist style, right? Where the artist is kind of allowing you to have a little room for interpretation, but really creating a moment. And this one has a strong sense of moment. When you look at it, you want to be in that moment with them as well.
You know what this reminds me of? You know, sometimes when we have dirt and dust in the air, when we get a dust storm through, and then the sun is getting ready to set, you've got that weird terracotta color to the sky and to the air. And I've never seen that anywhere but El Paso. I've lived all over the place. I've, you know, traveled everywhere. I've never seen that. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about El Paso. I mean, yeah, we get desert sandstorms, but you get really spectacular sunsets from it. And that's what this looks like to me.
It's beautiful. And I love Earlene's story, exactly what you talked about, with it being kind of very similar to El Paso and El Paso specific. So Earlene was born in Oklahoma, raised in Texas, ended up living in El Paso. She actually worked for the Parks and Recreation Department and taught art lessons there. She didn't get into art more seriously until she was a little bit older. She had 5 kids. She had 5 kids. She raised them. She wanted to get into art seriously, and eventually she kind of was able to get that chance once they were a little bit older. Then she started teaching. So not only did she kind of succeed herself as an artist, but then she wanted to give back in typical kind of mother fashion. And with Mother's Day coming up, why not support another mother that not only kind of brought art to us from her own heart, but also was able to teach so many El Pasoans and so many people about how to approach art in such a unique way.
And you know, that's a great idea. I mean, there are 6 kids in my family. I have 5 siblings, and forever we're thinking to ourselves, What are we going to get mom and dad for birthdays? What are we going to get them for Christmas? What are we going to get them for Mother or Father's Day? You get everybody together, you all pitch in, you get a great piece of art. This is so indicative of what El Paso looks like so often. You get that really great terracotta sunset, you get that amazing sky, and I mean, it's really something else. I really dig this one. This is $850. We have our starting bid. Remember, if you're watching this on a streaming, you need to call right now because we are going to give it about another minute.
And we're going in $50 increments.
We're going in $50 increments. This is
next
oil
bid
on
we'd be looking
board.
for is $900, which is a great price.
Absolutely.
This is a beautiful piece. Currently at $850, which I think is going to go to a wonderful home. I'd love it to be your home if you're in there. Always know, if you're thinking and watching, there's still room for you. You know, we're at $850 now, $900, that could be you. And so there's always room for you to call in, bid, and then help donate to KCOS.
Absolutely. Now, this is valued at $3,000, but again, this is the kind of piece where, you know, you're going to walk in every day and it's just going to kind of center your home. You're just going to kind of breathe a little bit easier. It's so nice to look at a really nice piece of art and know that it's something that your kids can, you know, your kids can inherit, your grandkids can inherit. What is oil on board? What is the difference between oil on board and oil on canvas?
Let's talk about that, and then we're going to be wrapping this one up pretty soon. So if you're thinking about it, you got a couple of seconds more before we talk about this, before we sell this one off. So oil on board is a little different. So canvas or linen can be stretched over a frame. So you oftentimes will see that kind of rectangle or square frame. People will stretch some kind of a fabric over that. Linen is common. Canvas, even sometimes velvet. You'll see a lot of times traditionally in Mexican culture, you'll see velvet being used for painting. Those things are all stretched over a canvas or over a frame, right, to make a canvas. This is a little different. This is on a board, which means it's a solid surface on the background. In some ways, that's also nice because it's a little more durable. You're not going to have your kids putting a hole through oil on board, right? Unless they're really doing something bad. So this is a great durable piece that's going to have good longevity. You talk about passing things down in a family. This is the perfect piece for that. It's going to be a lasting piece that's going to age really well. So we're currently at $850 on L.
$850.
Going once.
Going twice.
And sold.
Nice.
$850.
You've got a great piece.
Our next one is another Mario Parra. And this piece, we oftentimes, we said we would keep it a Southwest theme.
Yes.
This one's going to continue that theme.
This is amazing. This is Monument Valley in Utah, and this is really spectacular. $925 is the opening bid, and again, the colors are amazing. And if you've been in El Paso or in the desert Southwest, or you've traveled anywhere in the West, you know that different times of the day, you get those different saturations of color. And I think that's what the coolest thing is about living in the desert area. You've got so many chances to see everything in such a different light. I'm guessing this would be kind of somewhere along Sunset because you've got those, you know, those really heavy oranges and the golds and everything, and just really, really gorgeous painting.
Yeah, and Monument Valley, I think, is a beautiful place that many people from this region have had a chance to visit, or if you haven't, you know, at least it's made out of rock, so it's hopefully not going anywhere anytime soon, but it's beautiful. But Mario Parra has really captured that lighting, as you mentioned, that sunset and that beautiful lighting that people go. When people go to these places, if they go to Antelope Canyon, if they go to Monument Valley, it's amazing how, you know, certain times of the day there'll be no one there, but everybody crowds there at sunset.
Absolutely.
Because that's the most beautiful time, and it's no surprise that Mario Parra has decided to paint this what looks like around one of those times, sunset or sunrise.
It really is beautiful. And then you see the movement of the clouds in the sky. I mean, it's just, you know, again, this is something that you just can't put a price on real art. You can't put a price on somebody's, you know, work and somebody's vision and somebody's, you know, somebody's talent. But we're putting a price on this, and it's $925. And let me tell you something. This is something that you want in your house. 881-0013 is the number to call if you want to bid.
And our initial, I think, starting bid was, they had told us $925, but it looks like they were being told from the producers that we can drop that to $800.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing that on the screen. So starting bid would be $800 for this piece. We know someone's out there. Someone would love to have this in their home. So $800 to KCOS to help support public access television, family-friendly television, all those things that you know that you enjoyed as a kid, allow those to continue long into the years ahead.
Absolutely. And this is the kind of thing, again, this is the kind of gift that you give somebody that they will remember year after year. This is not, you know, a really expensive floral arrangement that's going to die on you. This is not...
It's not an edible arrangement, which you're
going to eat anyway.
I don't like the cantaloupe.
And it's not something that's going to go out of style. It's not that, you know, the puffy coat that everybody's going, oh, honey, don't wear that anymore.
Exactly.
You know, this is
has longevity.
It has longevity. It's a real piece of art. It's something that somebody really toiled over, somebody really thought about. I mean, the colors on your screen right now look amazing. You should see them up close because they are just spectacular.
And this one has great texture as well. You've got the smoothness of the clouds. You've got the right nice texture up in the top of the clouds, kind of where they get a little bit more small and fluffy. On those rocks, you can also see where the light's hitting it. Mario Parra has done a great job with this one, really highlighting not only his skill set as a painter, but also the beauty of this Monument Valley. Monument Valley is one of the top tourist destinations. People come to El Paso just to go there.
Right.
It's the launching place for them. This is a great thing that I think people oftentimes come to see and do a full tour of this Southwest region. This is a great encapsulation of that.
Well, you see this all the time in movies. You know, if you've watched a John Wayne movie, chances are you've seen Monument Valley. Yeah. It's really amazing. Okay, starting bid $800. Let's give it one more minute on the clock. We really need these phone lines to get going. This is an amazing piece of art. I know it looks great on the camera, but you really have to see this up close. Now remember, if you do see something that doesn't sell, we do still have that available and we can help you out with that. But we sure would like to get an auction going here on this particular piece. $800, Monument Valley by Mario Parra. Let's give it about another 30 seconds.
Yep, 30 seconds.
Okay.
What brought you here to KCOS? Let's talk a little bit about that.
You know what, KCOS, I just love all the programming on KCOS. I was a Sesame Street kid. I mean, I grew up watching, you know, Oscar the Grouch and Big Bird, and I loved me the Snuffleupagus, I have to say. So if you love all that programming, like I love that programming, my kids have watched Sesame Street. My grandkids are watching Sesame Street now. I mean, and of course, I love me the Downton Abbey. I can't do without it.
And that's what's so great about PBS is they create things that are timeless, just like these works of art that we're trying to auction off today. And I'm excited for all you that have already purchased. We've had a number of great sales today here to support KCOS. We'd like to add a few more. Hopefully you're on that list today. Our next painting, let's go ahead and talk about.
Our next painting is Mario Parra. It's an oil on canvas and it's called Symphony. Wow, this is amazing. This is a really commanding piece. This is 30 by 36. It is really quite a piece of art. Golly, look at those colors.
What's really great about this one is we talked about the color story, right?
Yes.
People like different color stories. It's very common to see these things done in a very realist fashion. This is done in a more kind of surrealist fashion, right? Where they're choosing to use colors like the blues and the pastels and the pinks that are not the natural eye color, but really create the image. You know what this is. You can tell what it is, even if it's not the colors you're used to seeing.
Right.
But it's a very different, striking picture. I love the pastels in it. Mother's Day is around the corner. Everyone loves a good pastel after Easter.
Absolutely.
I think that this thing is a great representation of those beautiful colors blended together, as well as the talent of Mario Parra.
And again, you get to look at this piece of art and you get to project whatever it is that you see onto it. Like for me, for instance, I see really the whole majesty of the scene. But you know, and then you start taking a look and taking it apart and you see the little brush strokes that make up the sides of the canyons, and you see where the light hits and just the different kinds of light that hit. And then you've got the greens that give you the grasslands of the whole thing. I mean, it's just amazing. That's the best thing about a real piece of art. It's not just, oh, look, it's really nice. It's every time you look at it, you see something different, or your eye goes to the same thing, and it really makes you feel good, you know, that you've got this on your wall.
Yeah, this is a great piece. We're starting at $925 as our current opening bid. It's valued at $3,500. This is one of our kind of, I think, nicest pieces in the collection, right?
Absolutely.
We talk about all these pieces. We have a number of great pieces. This is one of the nicest ones, one of the most beautiful and unique ones as well in terms of Mario Parra's style. That's why it's valued so high as its kind of, you know, consumer value.
Right.
We're selling it here today for our art auction for $925. Looking for a generous donation to KCOS to help support this public access television.
And you know, the nice thing about these paintings is this is not just one particular style of decor that this kind of piece of art will go with. This is the kind of decor that you could put in pretty much any home. If you've got a Tuscan-styled home, if you've got a real modernist kind of home, this is the kind of thing that will sit nicely in any room, in any house in El Paso. And the nice thing is that it's so familiar to us. The scene is so familiar to us. Even if we don't have this in our backyard, it still looks like what we grow up with, which is really nice. I really like this one.
Yeah, and we talk about homes, also talk about offices, right? If you think your home's already full of too much art, your wife's already filled it up, or your husband's already filled it up, you know, think about your office. That's probably your own space. They don't get to have any jurisdiction over that. You can put whatever you want there, and they don't get to tell you no.
That's right.
And so think about your office. It's like your personal decor sanctuary.
It really is. And you know, art is of course real subjective. Some pieces are going to speak to you, some pieces aren't going to speak to you. But if it does speak to you and you really think to yourself, I got to have this piece of art, it's $925 is our starting bid. Oh, I'm being told that we can drop this to $800. So $800 is our starting bid. You can take this home today. You can have this on your wall tonight, or you can put it up in your office tomorrow. And believe me, everybody who sees it is going to be saying, that is a really, really nice painting.
So currently $800. We are getting close to wrapping up. We've got about 1 minute left before we're going to go ahead and turn over to our host. And then we're going to be on to our next half hour.
Okay.
And we have a number of other great pieces coming up. We've got a few more modern looking pieces I know in our next set that we have together. There's also some great pieces coming up with Tanny, and I believe maybe Emily is on for the next set, or Hal. They're going to be talking to everybody about those, so stay with us. We've got some great, exciting pieces. If you missed something, you're welcome to call in. We've got our phone bank here and ready to talk to you and help you out.
Perfect. Let's throw this over back to Rick Cabrera.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your hard work over there. And again, thank you so much for those of you out there who have been bidding. We certainly do appreciate it. Thank you so much for helping out KCOS tonight during the art auction. Note so far, if you're one of our lucky winning bidders or you become one later on during the auction, here's what you need to know about picking up and paying for your art. Also keep in mind that in addition to purchasing art, you can also support KCOS by becoming a sustaining member, and one of the best benefits of KCOS membership is, of course, online access to PBS Passport.
Pickup and pay information. If you are the confirmed winning bidder on an item, congratulations. After you win the item, a KCOS staff member will call you back within the hour to confirm your bid and take payment. You can pay with any major credit card, cash, or check. Please note we don't charge tax, but there is a 5% buyer's premium to help defray the cost of processing payments. We want you to get your art as soon as possible. Pickup times begin Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. and continue on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have additional questions or need special pickup or shipping arrangements, please call 915-590-1313. Thank you.
A new chapter begins.
Now you can access more of your favorite PBS shows than ever before.
This is the future!
With PBS Passport, a member benefit that lets you binge many of the latest shows and catch up on your favorites.
We really are living in the modern world.
Anytime you want.
Wow, how about that?
Anywhere you are.
There's literally nothing like this in the world.
Support your PBS station and get Passport, your ticket to the best of PBS.
All right, folks, be very, very afraid. We got Tanny Berg and Hal Marcus together. I'm a little worried. Hey, here's the deal.
I'm afraid, Hal.
Tanny, you don't let him eat the hat.
I won't let you
all
eat
right?
the hat.
At least unless we're recording it. Put it on Instagram. All right. Again, hey, thank you for letting me be a part of tonight's event. I certainly appreciate it. The art auction rocks. KCOS rocks. We'll send it over to you guys now.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Rick.
KCOS
All
does
right.
rock.
Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start off right now. No painting left behind. That's our motto.
What do we say before we start, Hal? Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Everything's going to sail.
But KCOS ain't going to Cinco.
I didn't wear this
We're
paisley
help
jacket
keep
for
them
nothing.
Cincoing
Okay.
right now.
All right, let's start off with, let's see what we got going here.
We got some pretty good art. Great art.
All right, let's see if we get it on the screen here. First one is the Wanda Czernowitz. There we go. Beautiful. You people who like Western art, this is awesome. Wanda Czernowitz, she was born in Poland, called the Roundup, $700 value. Open it up at only $275.
But tell us a little bit about Wanda.
Well, I'm going to tell you about it when we bring it up.
That sounds even better.
Okay, the next one's going to be a Tom Lee, Sabbath Afternoon by Tom Lee, $2,500 value. This is really should be a $4,000 value. Open it up at only $1,200.
Wait, Tom Lee signed by Tom Lee?
Signed by Tom Lee and a frame by Stan Stoffen.
Wow.
Okay, Old Messia, the beautiful painting here by Bill Rackesee. Old Messia, $1,800 value. Open it up at only $700. Everybody loves Bill Rackesee.
Old Messia, too.
And then the second to the last one on this set, Pythagoras. Is that how you say it? Pythagoras, Perplexed. On a listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, sit down. This is a original Tom Lee. Signed original Tom Lee.
Signed a number, right?
No, it's original. It's 33 by 28. It's not a print, Tanny. It's an original.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. $15,000 value. This price was put on by the Tom Lee Institute, opening it up at $5,000.
No, for an original Tom Lee?
An original Tom Lee, okay.
They're in museums, Hal.
We've never had.
Nobody has
these
in
their
houses.
Most people don't know Tom Lee for this, but this is what he did right before he passed away. And the last one, Alberto Escamilla.
Wow.
This is what you all have been waiting for. Tom Lee, Alberto Escamilla. Okay, $3,200 value. quite large painting, opened up at only $1,000. So you ready to get started, Tanny?
Yes, I can't wait.
You weren't here last year, so you're going to have to make up for it.
You're going to teach me.
Okay, vámonos. We're going right over here. Sit down in that chair.
Gotcha.
And we'll get started with I called her Wanda Herman because that's what people called her. She was married to Mr. Herman. Wait, am I going to get that other one up on the screen here? We're looking for Wanda. What you got now is this Camilla. We're looking for there we go. Wow. Okay, so what we got now, Tanny, is $700 value. We're opening up at only $275. So we're looking for $275 to get this painting started.
So Wanda Herman, you were going to tell me who she is.
Yeah, well, Wanda Herman was born in Krakow, Poland. She was actually a Polish countess. You can't make this stuff up. She studied in England, Scotland, Connecticut, La Jolla, California, Ontario College of Art. We're looking for only $275.
Can they get closer on this to see the horses? It's a watercolor, right?
It's a watercolor, 25 by 31 inches. People who like Western art, it looks like it's the roundup. It's the roundup. They're rounding up wild horses, okay?
And so when did Wanda Herman pass away?
She was born in 1908. She died in 2001. She was about 90 years old.
18 years ago.
She was
almost 20 years ago.
She was it was about 92 years old. 92 years old. She married Mr. Elliott Herman. He was a bank president here in El Paso. And so we're looking for $275.
Ladies and gentlemen, $275 to start. Just to start on a piece that should be selling for $1,000. This is an original one-of-a-kind watercolor by a noted artist, an award-winning artist who passed away now almost 20 years ago.
Right.
This is called The Roundup?
The Roundup is for 30 years. She was active force in the world of art and in the Southwest. A who's who in American art, the El Paso Art Association. First place in the Sun Carnival, winner of numerous awards.
Worth $1,200. Somebody give me $275 to start.
She exhibited at the Pronof in Juarez and in La Jolla, California, and she died here in El Paso. I used to know her. She shopped at my father's grocery store.
I promise you,
this $275.
This piece in La Jolla would be selling for $2,750. So somebody give me $275.
And for people who love Western art, you know, they say they're not crazy about really bright colored things. They want something more kind of Western. You can't find a Western painting more beautiful than this. Look at those horses.
Painting.
It looks kind of like you know, when the horses start running, it gets real dusty, you know. You can see the dust coming up. You can see the sunset coming up. You can see the riders in the distance. This is something that would be great for anybody's collection.
$275, waiting for the phone to ring.
It's about 3
You could actually pick this piece up for $275. That first bid could become the winning bid. We just need someone to pick up the phone and call. Piece is worth $1,200.
You know, Natalie and Emily, we start a year in advance finding these works of art to put into this auction. And so it's a lot of hard work. Everybody in this room is here by volunteer. You're a volunteer. I'm a volunteer. We spend a lot of time and energy making this thing happen, and we're looking for only $275.
It's funny, it says $700. This is a noted artist who passed away 20 years ago. How do you put a value of $700? That's way below what this piece should be going for, and yet we're only starting it at $275.
I don't want to have to eat my hat.
No, somebody pick up the phone and call. $275 for an original Wanda Herman watercolor. That's right. This is not a signed and numbered print. At Kmart, this would be $275, and you'd be getting a print.
And you'll be getting a print with
Here you have an original watercolor.
One of a kind.
Looking for only $275 to open this piece. Somebody pick up the phone and call.
I want to see if people are listening out there. I'm going to lower it to $250. $250. I know people are out there. They know the value of beautiful artwork. Stare at that phone. Keep staring at it over there until the phone rings.
Come on, somebody call. We're trying to get this going for this auction.
See my hat here? I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. I already had dinner. I had dinner. $250.
This is an original watercolor by a noted award-winning artist who has now been gone 20 years.
That's right. She died in 2001. She was the daughter of the Polish nobleman. She studied in New York.
$250.
Ontario.
Somebody give us an opening bid.
She was a member of the Chicago Polish Artists Club, exhibited at the Phillips Gallery in Washington, D.C. In 1930, she won honors for her lampshade design at the British Empire Fair.
You talk about collectible? Here's a collectible piece of art.
She was the chairman of the National Society of the Arts and Letters in 1952, and also head of a group for the annual Open Air Art Show. She exhibited in the Sun Carnival, the William Beaumont, the Women's Club Art Show.
There we
go.
Finally.
$250.
This is a class piece of work. This is a great piece of art.
Thank
Looking
you.
for $250 to open on a piece that
$250 open.
really should have been for $1,000.
I know. You know,
they
when
put $700
when
there.
I put my hat out there, people start.
250C. Thank you. Now 275.
250, 275.
I need 275 on a piece that should have started at 1,000. Give me 275. This is an original watercolor, not a signed and numbered print. This is a one-of-a-kind. 275.
Thank you,
Now 3. Make it 300.
300.
Give me 300. Got 275. Need $300. Got 275. Make it 3 even.
I bet you.
Make it an even $300.
I bet you Don Bean.
Got 275.
Oh my God.
300. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now 3 1/4. Got 300. Now I need 3 1/4. This is an original piece by an artist who has been gone for over 20 years. I need 3 1/4. Got 300.
You know who studied with her was Christina Robbins.
Robbins?
When
Really?
She came to El Paso. This was her first teacher.
This is an award-winning artist who is hanging in galleries, and I'm looking for a 325. Now 350. I've got 3 1/4. Need 350. Got 325. Give me 350 on this Wanda Herman. This is an original watercolor.
She was a Polish countess.
Give me 350. Thank you. Now 375. Give me 375. Got 350. Give me 375. I've got 350. Need 375. Make it 375. This is a great piece of art. You will not be sorry.
$25 more?
For $25. Give me 375.
We're going to wrap it up, guys. We're going to
Don't
wrap it
lose
up.
this piece for $25.
Okay.
I've got 350 going once. Don't lose this piece for $25.
Believe
350
me.
going twice. This piece is an original watercolor by a great artist who has passed away 20 years ago. Any other bids?
Hold on. They're
Come
saying
on.
hold on.
All I need is 375.
375.
Got 350, need 375. The piece is worth $1,000.
She exhibited in
Give
Washington,
me 375.
D.C. She exhibited in Canada.
Any other bids? Last chance. Don't lose it. Last chance. 375.
Yay! All
now
right.
making it even 400. Don't lose it for 25. Give me $400 and you won it. Give me $400. Got 400. Now give me 4 1/4. Give me 425. Got 400 going once. 400 going twice. This is a one-time only. You can get an artist like this for this kind of money.
Okay.
Last chance.
Sold for $400. Woohoo! It's because I don't want to eat my hat. I already had dinner. I already ate dinner. Don't step on my cord. We're going to move right over to
your
here.
Umbilical cord here.
Yeah, you go sit in that chair, Tanny.
Well, this one over here.
Yeah, you sit
You
right
got
there.
it.
Now, this is what you've been waiting for. This is a large, humongous Tom Lee.
Signed and numbered.
111 of 200. And it's called Sabbath Afternoon. This is one of his most This painting sold for $400,000, the original.
So tell me, for those 2 people that are out there, who have
Ah,
no clue
there's
who Tom Lee is.
2,000.
Who is Tom Lee?
Oh, we don't need to tell you who Tom
There
Lee.
are people out
What we
there.
need to tell them that this is a $3,000 value. Open it up at only $1,200.
From the Tom Lee Institute, right?
From the Tom
So he
Lee
must be
Institute.
pretty sharp if there's a Tom Lee Institute.
Listen, there's by far
the best.
Tom Lee is the most known, famous, wonderful artist in El Paso.
Next to Hal Marcus.
Even greater than me.
No,
All
I don't
right.
know about that.
We're looking for $1,200 opening bid. Let me tell you something about the painting, and then let me tell you something about the frame. The frame was created by Stan Stoffen, who is
Stan Stoffen?
Stan Stoffen used to frame for Edgar G. Robinson. He was Tom Lee's exclusive framer. I knew him. He had a shop
Here?
right down on Oregon Street.
Really?
Right? And this frame, he would start off with just the wood and the linen and create these things for Tom Lee. This is a linen, a frame, a wood, a fillet, and then also another linen mat in it. Okay, it's in fantastic condition. So this is a great bargain. $1,200 opening bid.
But if it didn't have a frame, it's still a Tom Lee.
And besides, it would still be worth $3,000 even without the frame.
It's still a Tom Lee, signed and numbered, original, signed by Tom Lee.
This is over 3 feet in diameter, 38 inches by 33 inches. $1,200 opening bid for a Tom Lee. This is.
You know, you've talked
unprecedented.
about having a Tom Lee in your collection. This is your chance to own an original signed and numbered print by Tom Lee, signed by the author.
A close-up Okay.
We'll do a close-up in a second.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, so Sabbath afternoon. It looks like this couple traveling by the donkey with the little cart coming. Imagine traveling like that, Tanny, back in the early 1900s or late 1800s. Sabbath afternoon, just going for a ride. There's not even any roads. There's not even any roads over the mountains, you know. And she's in her bonnet, and he's in his old hat. It's actually in very good condition. I've seen prints like this that are faded, but this is in pristine condition.
The signature is in pristine condition?
Yeah, the signature. This is a Tom Lee, signed by the hand of Tom Lee. I'm going to drop it to $1,000. Okay, I'm going to drop it to $1,000.
Somebody give me $1,000 on a Tom Lee
just
signed.
to get things going. Okay, $1,000 for Tom Lee.
You know who he is. You can now have a Tom Lee in your home for only $1,000 to open. Just need $1,000 to open this great piece.
Can you go down to the signature there?
What is your regular price on this in the gallery?
In my gallery, this would be like $4,500. This was stated.
So we're not even talking 50% off. We're not even
right.
25% off.
And it's opening bid of $1,000.
This is a Tom Lee signed. We have sold Tom Lee unsigned for $1,000.
That's right.
Here's a Tom Lee signed
right down there,
original for $1,000.
Number 111 of 200. There are no more. 111 of 200.
There were only 200 of these to begin with.
And on the other side, if you scroll over to this side, you'll see the title, which is called Sabbath Afternoon. So this is a fantastic deal.
What did the original of this sell for?
The original was sold for $350,000.
All right, so for $1,000, ladies and gentlemen, you can have a signed and numbered Tom Lee.
Sabbath in excellent, pristine condition. $1,000.
Come on, somebody pick up the phone and call. This is for a Tom Lee. I mean, really. A Tom Lee. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody's heard of him.
I don't know. Rick Cabrera, he's telling me to eat my hat. Eat your hat. I'm not going to eat my hat. I have faith in the
Somebody give me $1,000
on
on this great piece. Worth $5,000. Somebody give me $1,000. This is a signed and numbered
I'm going to drop
Tom
it to 900.
Lee.
I'm going to drop it to 900. Where we only have 2 more minutes left. This is the last evening.
Really?
A last evening of a 4 days of
We have sold Rudy Montoya signed and numbered prints for $2,000, $3,000. This is a Tom Lee signed and numbered print. Somebody give me $900. $900 for a $5,000 Tom Lee.
It's going to end up going back to my gallery one day. It's going to sell for $5,000.
I know.
For $5,000.
I mean, this is your only chance at buying a Tom Lee. You can put this on eBay for $12.50 tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Somebody give me $900 on this piece.
This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity.
This is a Tom Lee.
Signed and beautifully framed by his original
Signed
framer.
by Tom Lee.
I remember going to Stan Stoffin's art gallery and frame spot, and he wouldn't frame for anybody except for Tom Lee. Tom Lee had him working all the time.
Where has Tom Lee hung besides the White House?
Oh, everywhere.
National Gallery.
They even have the Tom Lee Road.
There we go.
The journey.
$900
from Governor Abbott just passed the regulations that they have the Tom Lee Trail throughout Texas.
Guys, $900. You're going to get a signed, original, signed and numbered Tom Lee. Yes! Finally, somebody recognized. This is a gift.
Rick had the salt and pepper out. And
now give me $950.
No way.
Got $900, need $950.
They had the barbecue sauce on there and the whole deal.
Piece should have started at $1,200.
Okay, $900, looking for $950.
Give me $950. This is a Tom Lee signed and numbered original.
If you go to
this is an original print. This is the original piece of this, which was watercolor, I guess?
No, it's actually oil painting. Oil painting.
Sold for how many? $300,000?
$350,000.
Somebody give me $950 for the print. Got $900, need $950. Got $900, need $950. Piece is worth $5,000. Somebody give me $950.
We have an original Tom Lee coming up in this set too.
Somebody give me $950. This is a signed and numbered original print by Tom Lee. Tom Lee.
$50 more. Let's go $925. We got $900. Somebody out there for $925. 5 minutes ago, it was $1,250.
I know.
It went down.
Somebody give me another bid on this piece. Got $900. I need another bid. Got $900. Would love to see $950. We'll take $9.25. Give me another bid.
This one, it gets a little bidding war going on here. And what's it for? Quality programming. quality programming.
And quality
PBS,
piece that you're
and
taking
and
home.
a work of art, yeah, and a steel.
You're taking home a
Okay,
Tom
I'm told
Lee.
we have less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute.
Need
so,
another bid. Somebody pick up the phone and call
all
for
right,
Tom Lee.
$900 going once. You still have time.
Waiting for the phone to ring on the 12. We should have started this piece at 1200.
Should have started at 2,000.
Somebody give me 925.
900 going twice.
Last chance on this piece.
We're
Worth
looking
$5 grand.
We're looking for $25.
What a deal.
Okay.
Somebody give me a last bid on this.
All right. 900 going twice and sold for $900. Thank you.
All right, you got the bargain of the night right there is a Tom Lee for $900.
Yeah, but we sold it, and Rick Cabrera's all sad. He wanted me to eat my hat. I saw him get the salt, pepper, and the barbecue sauce.
And this is a Bill Rackesee, you can tell.
Bill Rackesee, Old Mesilla, New Mexico. It's signed on the back, okay. And $1,800 value, opening up at $700.
So when Bill was alive, this piece would have gone for $35. Was started. I mean,
it has a
value
price on
would
the
have been
price on the back of $2,900.
Right. Bill would have sold this piece for close to $3,500.
Bill was a big supporter of
loved KCOS.
KCOS. He
Loved
would
KCOS.
always have paintings here.
And his books.
And his
We'd always give away a book with a painting.
He was the curator of the El Paso Museum
And
of
he would
Art.
help us sell these things.
He would come out here and help us sell it. So
wife, until they had the fire. Remember when he had a fire?
Had a fire. He had a flood. You name it, he had it.
So right now we're looking for an opening bid of only $700 on an original oil by Bill Rackesee. Bill Rackesee was the curator of the El Paso Museum of Art.
Right. He worked with Peter Hurd. Good friends with Manuel Acosta.
Passed away way too soon.
I remember the day that Jose Cisneros died. I had to tell Bill Rackesee that he passed away. He started crying. I mean, what a sensitive guy.
Very sensitive guy.
I held when he was turned 90, I had a birthday party for him.
Really?
Yeah, and we roasted and toasted him. And
lived in the Upper Valley here in El Paso.
Born in Youngstown, Ohio, 1924. Received his bachelor's degree from the Master of Fine Arts from Kansas City Art Institute. Stage designer, muralist, museum curator, author. He had a scholarship to travel through Italy. He's been a judge for many of the museums. He's an American original artist, author, historian, unabashed enthusiast. And that was a quote from Christopher Forbes from Forbes magazine. Publications include Pancho Villa, Raids of Columbus, Images of El Paso del Norte, the Ghost Town of White Oaks, the Billy the Kid, and the Trails of Ruidoso. And his last book that I published was The Life and Times of Bill Rackesee. They become a staple for the region's
So here you go.
Okay.
You can have this Bill Rackesee
$700.
for $700. We wouldn't have started a Bill Rackesee for under $1,200.
It looks like a Tarahumara Indian. It looks like Duranguito, actually. It says Old Mesilla on the back.
I don't know.
But it looks to me like Duranguito.
All right, need an opening bid of only $700 on an original.
$700 for the original Bill Rackesee, done in the classic Rackesonian style of impressionism. He probably painted 1 million paintings.
And loved KCOS. But
there.
These are originals.
This is an original, one of a kind. Look at that. Look at the original there. Look at the brush strokes. You know, he used to tell me, he used to say, Hal, your colors are too bright, too pure. He says, dip your paint brushes in gray sludge. He said, gray sludge is the way to go. So, okay, we're
all right, need a $700 opening bid on this Bill Rackesee. Somebody give me $700. Piece is worth $3,500. I don't care what it says up there. It's actually marked on the back of the piece, $2,950. So give me $700 to start.
You know, Rick is coming to me with the salt and pepper
somebody
and the
give me
barbecue
$700
sauce over time. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it to $600.
$600 for an original Bill Rackesee. Right now is your chance, people. We have sold Bill Rackesees for $3,000 and $4,000 this size. So somebody give me $600.
Let's change that number to $600. Just saved $100 because we got to move on to another.
$600 for an original Bill Rackesee. And you help KCOS.
And we got an Escamilla coming up here also. Let's change that number to $600.
$600. Waiting for the first offer of $600.
Still says 7. Let's change it to 6.
Let's get an opening bid of $600 on this Rackesee.
Opening bid of only 6 is supposed to start at 7.
God, take advantage of the fact that so few people are watching. Pick up your phone now.
They're watching. They're watching.
Pick up your phone. Where are my friends from Las Cruces? This is old Mesilla.
Yeah, they're getting ready to
Give me
bid.
$600 on this.
I have faith in El Paso. Bill Rackesee was an icon.
He was.
He's designer, muralist, museum curator, taught all levels of artists.
When did he pass away?
He passed away in 2015.
God, it seems like yesterday.
And he was 95 years old.
4 years ago.
He was an icon.
You can have a Bill Rackesee for only $600.
He's been a judge.
I don't care what it says, $700 up there. $600.
$600.
Somebody pick up your phone. Give me a $600 bid on an original Bill Rackesee oil.
30 by 25 inch. You can't pick up the phone until it rings.
You got to ring. It's got to ring.
We
Waiting
can do
for
this.
The first
I have
call.
faith. I have faith.
Somebody will call. This is a bargain.
I'm going to drop it to $500. Okay, I don't want any money. $500. $500
for an original Bill Rackesee oil. $500. Artist passed away 5 years ago.
$1,800 value.
And this man is a famous, noted artist, award-winning artist, the curator of the El Paso Museum of Art.
Bill would approve. Bill would approve. Bill wants to support public television.
He did. He did.
Every year he would be down here bringing 4 or 5 paintings that he would donate for
$500. Any bids?
Did you know the last painting he ever did was he did of Patricia and I? He brought it in.
Really?
And he escaped from the hospital and he came to my gallery.
I hate to give this piece away. Anybody? Any bids at $500? That's it. Any bids on a Bill Rackesee original?
I'm going to do $400. I have a reputation to build. I'm not going to remember. No painting left behind. $400.
You can't sell
people out there in TV land know that.
Hal, you can't sell this for $400.
Okay, Tanny's kicking me under the chair.
You can't sell
Look,
this for
it's
$400.
blinking. Get on that phone right now. You can't.
All right, do we have a bid? Any bids?
Any bids? Make an offer. You out there? Make an offer.
Finally.
Oh, the phone's ringing.
You can't sell this for $400. Hal.
Well, let's see what they're saying.
Let's
see what they're saying.
This is an original Bill Rackesee. $400.
God.
I don't believe that we're selling this.
My life is on the line.
This piece is worth $3,000. Unbelievable.
Yay!
Unbelievable. You can't sell this for
$400. Okay, 400.
$4 and a quarter. Do I have
400 going for 450? We got 400 going for 450.
Really, for an original? Even four?
I know his prints go for more than this.
I know.
The point is this is the last day.
All right, somebody give me 450.
This is the last day.
Somebody give me 450 for a Bill Rackesee.
My word is on the line.
This piece should be selling for $3,000.
I have a reputation to keep up. When they tell me to come down here, it's because I'm going to sell it.
This is a Bill Rackesee original. It's marked on the back $3,000. Somebody give me $450. I mean, really?
$325?
$450.
Well, let me see. What do we got going here?
Looking for $450.
What do we got going here? We got to move on to some Escamillas and some Tom Lees.
Got 400. Looking for 4 and a quarter even.
We need some help over there. Let's find out what's going on over there on the phone.
Going once at 400.
400 going once?
You cannot sell this piece at $400.
We got a Tom Lee and Escamilla coming
up. I need 4 and a quarter.
Yay!
How much?
450.
Yay!
450.
All right, 450.
Okay.
Even at 500, you can't sell this piece.
But
450. Do I have $500 for a Bill Rackesee original?
Original.
Got 450. Now I need 500.
In excellent condition.
Got 450. Excellent condition. Looks like brand new. Yeah. Give me $500. Bill passed away 4 years ago.
2015.
Somebody give me $500. 475.
475.
Give me 475.
For
got
public
450.
television.
Give me $475. This is for an original Bill Rackesee.
If you go to my website right now, it'll be $1,800.
Of course.
$1,800.
It's marked on the back of the picture.
The reason we can give a great deal is because I own the painting. Okay?
450. Give me 475.
I will eat the rest.
450 going once.
450 going once.
450 going twice.
I'm looking for 475.
Any other bids? Sold for $450.
Woohoo!
Wow.
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 Okay.
So this is probably the greatest piece I think I've ever seen. I've ever seen at KCOS.
Yeah.
And we've had pieces that have sold for $15,000. I have never seen an original Tom Lee here.
Okay.
Ever.
How do we say that? Pythagoras? Pythagoras.
How did you get this piece?
This piece belongs to Tom Lee. And he had it on consignment with the Adair Margot Gallery, and then he had it consignment with the Tom Lee Institute. When Tom Lee died, it went to his son, James Lee.
What is the medium, first of all?
It looks like the medium is, that's a good question. Let me find out.
Since you're the artist, I know
nobody
like else to ask.
It's a pastel on paper.
It looks like pastel.
Now, this is one of the last paintings that he ever did, okay? One of the last 2 or 3 paintings that he ever did. He had, what they call it, macular degeneration?
Yes, he did have
And so he
macular
went into this Cubist period. It's still very detailed. It's still very well
Tom
thought
Lee.
out.
It's still Tom Lee.
It's a $15,000 value. Now, you might ask, how did you get that value? This value was put on by the Tom Lee Institute, okay? This is the value that put on by James
It's an
Lee,
original Tom Lee,
Adair Margot, and the Tom Lee Institute. $15,000 value. We're going to be starting it off at only $4,900.
I mean, this is to own, not a signed and numbered print. This is not, you're not buying a copy. You're buying an original piece of art signed by the artist who happens to be
Tom Lee.
Tom Lee.
And in one of the
That's
last,
who it happens to be.
one of the last paintings that he ever did.
This is an original Tom Lee. Now, I don't know if you ever collected art or if you ever intend to collect art, but there is no way one of the last pieces by this artist, signed by him as an original piece of art, there's no way this is going to decline in value. So whatever you pay for this piece tonight, over the time, this piece is going to appreciate in value.
Over the time, tomorrow it'll appreciate.
About in an hour.
If you go right now to the Hal Marcus Gallery website, you'll see $15,000.
Somebody give me $4,900 on an original signed Tom Lee, not print.
This is like 75% off.
If you're a lawyer, if you own a bank, if you own a title company, you could now own an original Tom Lee.
Now, you know, a lot of people who are into Tom Lee, they say, well, I don't want the Western stuff. I don't want the figurative drawing. I want something that's more contemporary.
There you go.
And think about the title. Tell me who Pythagoras was.
Pythagoras, you don't remember Pythagoras' theory?
You tell me.
So Pythagoras was a Greek philosopher, a mathematician, and that's why this looks very mathematical.
And it's called Pythagoras Perplexed.
Because it's very complicated.
So imagine the greatest philosopher in the world, and he was one of the original.
And the greatest artist in the world.
Yes,
one of the greatest
right.
artists in the world.
And I think this was
Finally.
500 years BC. I think it was 500 years BC. Pythagoras, okay?
Yes.
And so he was the first.
This is an original Tom Lee. We have never had an original Tom Lee in the studio. And this is a $15,000 piece of art. And I'm looking for an opening bid of only $4,900.
Natalie, would you see what's going on here
I
on the
need
phone?
$4,900
right here on the phone?
on an original Tom Lee, not a signed and numbered print.
Let's think about this title for a minute. You got the greatest philosopher in the world, and he's confused.
He
He's
is
perplexed.
perplexed.
Imagine Tom Lee naming this. Tom Lee named it Pythagoras Perplexed.
Well, you
That
can
means
see that it's a very
that
complicated.
even philosophers have this conundrum. Okay?
So I need an opening bid of $4,900 on an original Tom Lee. This is not a signed and numbered print. You know, we've had them from time to time, but we have not had an original Tom Lee.
I'm telling you right now, we can't drop the price on this because we have a reserve on it, okay?
So I need $4,900.
If you're waiting for a drop in the price, you're not
Well,
going to get it.
How do you drop a price
No,
on
I
a
know.
Tom
It's
Lee?
from
$4,900.
From $15,000 to $49,000. That's what it's like about.
I mean,
80,
really, if you
80%
are,
off.
you know, people invest in stocks and bonds, and people invest in coins. Here you go. You're buying an original Tom Lee that is $15,000 value. It's like buying a coin that's $15,000 for $4,900, but you get to appreciate the art. I have 1 minute left.
We got 1 minute.
So
we
I
got
need $4,900
the phones
on an original
are
Tom Lee.
ringing. The phones are ringing. I have faith in El Paso.
Somebody give me $4,900. This piece is worth $15,000. So we're not even asking for a third of its value.
Okay.
$4,900, and you help out KCOS.
Well, we can come back to it
And
if
you
we
have
have
an
to.
original Tom Lee in your home, or office, or bank, or title company,
You can just keep it
or
right
investor.
there. You can have it just right in your bedroom.
or an offer.
This is not like $1 million deal. This is less than $5,000.
I'll tell you what's amazing is it could become $1 million deal.
One of the last
Need
paintings. Tom Lee
$4,900. $4,900 for an original Tom Lee. If we were in Chicago, if we were in New York, if we were anywhere else, this piece would not start at $5,000.
Okay,
El Paso, Texas, $4,900.
Well, the next piece we got coming here is the Alberto Escamilla.
Somebody give me $4,900 for this piece. I need an opening bid. Any bids? If not, we're going to pass it.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw in the extra $500 for this one. So I'm going to
really.
I'm going to put it at $4,500. $4,500. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just because I want to make sure El Paso's listening. And we only have $4,500. I just want to make sure
so
that.
I have sold at this auction. I have sold Rudy Montoya Prince.
$4,500 for
I have
the
sold
Tom
Rudy
Lee.
Montoya Prince for $4,500. This is a Tom Lee original.
I'm putting my life on the line. $4,500 for the original Tom Lee.
Need a bid.
Okay,
Need
then
an
we're going to be
bid.
moving
Any other
over.
bids, we're going to shut it down.
We're going to be moving over
Last
to the
chance.
Okay. Okay.
Any other bids? All right,
We're
let's
going to move it on over. Move it on over to the
Escamilla.
Alberto Escamilla. My good friend Alberto
I can't believe
Escamilla.
it, Tom.
It's
You
okay. They can come in.
dropped the price?
If you change your mind and want to call in tonight, if you call in tonight, you can still get it. Okay.
So
But
this
tomorrow,
is Alberto
it goes-
Escamilla, who's one of
okay.
my favorite artists. So be careful, because I love this guy.
No, Alberto Escamilla. What a great name, right?
He thinks the world of you, Hal.
Oh, well,
and I
thank
think
you.
the world of him. He is a great artist.
$3,200 value, original painting in a beautiful gold leaf frame. It's typical of his work, $1,000.
This piece, Alberto Escamilla's, we have sold at KCOS smaller than this, much smaller. We have sold for $4,000.
That's right.
Alberto Escamilla is a great, great icon of a local artist.
Still painting
I
every
need
day.
$1,000 to open this piece. Do not lose this piece. Again, this is Alberto Escamilla.
$3,200.
I don't think he sells for $3,200. I think he sells them for $4,000.
Well, if you go to his
And you
gallery,
have to wait to get it.
If you have the special consignment,
right?
You
Because
have
he
to
doesn't
order
have
it.
So I need $1,000 to open. Need $1,000 to open.
He's a main staple.
I have 1,000 from L.
L, yay! Is it J? Wait. L, okay. $1,000
from L.
$100 increments.
Now we need $1,100.
$1,100. Thank you,
$1,100
L.
for an Alberto Escamilla.
We
Worth
have
every
$1,000. We're
penny
looking for $1,100.
Every penny of $3,000. Somebody
We
give me
have
$1,100.
$1,000. We're looking for $1,100. One of the leading impressionist painters
Do
of
not
El Paso.
lose this piece. This, if you love Southwest art, if you love El Paso, this is a loyal, great local artist. Give me $1,100.
He's
for
in
Alberto
collections,
Escamilla.
United States, Mexico.
Got
Germany.
1,000. Need $1,100.
$100 and you can get it. $100 more and you can get it.
Alberto Escamilla for $1,100. Really?
It's,
You go to his gallery, you'll pay him $4,000. You can buy it tonight for $1,100 by just pick up the phone.
It's 2 feet long. It's 24 inches, 2 feet long.
Somebody give me $1,100 on this piece. Got 1,000. Need $1,100. Alberto Escamilla.
He's a El Paso Hall of Famer in October 2004. Bronze plaque.
This is an original oil.
First
This is
place.
not a signed and numbered print. Although we have sold signed and numbered prints for $1,000 by Alberto Escamilla.
Right.
Somebody give me $1,100. I've got 1,000. Looking for $1,100 on a. Yay!
Thank you. Get that. You know, his work is
Need
really,
1,100.
His work is really collectible. He's probably
Got 1,000. Need 1,100.
the best impressionist
This
painter.
is for an Alberto Escamilla original. Does he have a name on this?
Yeah, of course. It's called Summer Cottage.
Summer Cottage. Got
Summer
1,000. Need 1,100. 1,000 going once.
Oh, wait a minute. The phones might be ringing.
Alberto Escamilla. Guys. 1,000 going
last
twice.
chance for $100.
Give me $1,100 on this piece. Yay!
Okay, all right, okay. $1,100.
Give me $1,100 on Alberto Escamilla.
So he's got, he's an expert on French Impressionism, and he has this.
Yay!
Thank you.
$1,100 from S.
Okay, we got $1,100. Let's get for 12.
912. How about
Let's
a
get
12,
for 12.
Al? Got 11 from S.
You know, he had
Need
an issue.
1,200.
He had an issue with his hands and arms, but
Yes.
I think he had that operation, and he's working again.
Well, his work is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I need 1,200. This piece is worth $3,000. Give me $1,200.
We got 30 seconds. We're looking for $1,150. If not, it's going once.
$1,150 from L. $1,150 from L. Now I need $1,200. Got $1,150. Need $1,200.
We have $1,150?
Yeah, from L.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
With Natalie? Okay, $1,200.
Now I need $1,200. Piece is worth $3,000. Give me 1,200.
We got to change the number on here, guys.
I got 1,150. I need 1,200.
We got to get the numbers on there.
Got 1,150 on a $3,000 Escamilla. I believe I do this. 1,150 going once. Come on. Give me 1,200.
Wait a minute.
Yay!
Hey!
We got 1,200.
Alberto's probably on the phone. He says, I could sell it tomorrow for $3,000.
I'm just like pulling teeth. This piece should be selling for $3,000.
I know.
All right, I've got 1,200. Do I have 1,250? Got 1,200, looking for 1,250. Got 1,200. Give me 12 and a half. Got $1,200. Give me 1,250. 1,200 going once.
Okay.
Don't lose this piece for $50.
1,200 going twice.
1,250 from L.
Ooh.
Got 1,250. Now I need 1,300.
That's J. That says J.
No, I thought it was L. There it is.
L. Oh,
All right.
okay.
Give me 1,300. Got 1,250. Give me 13. For an Alberto Escamilla, this piece is worth $4,000. Give me 1,300. Give me 13. Yay!
Hey!
Got 1,300. Now 1,350. Got 1,300. Don't lose this piece for $50. 1,300 going once. Yay! 1,300. Let me hear 1,350. Got 1,300 on Alberto Escamilla. This piece should be selling for $4,000. Somebody give me 1,350. Got 1,300. How about you, L? Give me 1,350. 1,300 going twice.
Wait, we got L.
Any other bids? Last chance.
Is it S or L? I'm confused.
S has it.
Oh, okay.
S has it at 1,300. Sold
Okay, sold for
1,300.
1,300 to S. Thank you.
Oh, we're passing it back?
Okay, we're passing it back. Go ahead and take it.
It's all yours.
It's all yours. We'll be back. Okay.
Welcome to the 2019 KCOS Art Auction. I'm Valerie Garcia. I will be your hostess with the mostest for tonight. Each of these pieces was graciously donated to KCOS to support their mission of celebrating and preserving the arts. Proceeds from the art auction will go to supporting the PBS programs that you love each and every day on KCOS and Create TV. This year's art auction could not have been possible without the generous support of our local business sponsors. Please take a moment for these messages from our wonderful local sponsors.
At Crown Wealth Strategies, we empower our clients to realize financial independence by securing today, tomorrow, and the future. One family, one solution, and one legacy at a time. Because at Crown Wealth Strategies, our greatest investment is in you.
The Hal Marcus Gallery is El Paso's premier art gallery. Visit the Hal Marcus Gallery at 1308 North Oregon or online at halmarcus.com. Since 1980, Lonnie's Art and Frame has provided El Paso with high-quality custom framing. From posters and family photos to priceless works of art, no project is too large or too small. With El Paso's largest selection of frames and mats, you can be sure to find the style and design you're looking for. Lonnie's Art and Frame, 2035 Traywood.
We also want to take a moment to thank our food donors for today. Albertsons Grocery Store for donating yummy sandwiches and chips to keep our staff and volunteers energized. Thank you, Albertsons, for supporting KCOS and the art auction. And as always, we encourage you, our viewers, to support local businesses who support our station. And thanks to our phone volunteers for donating their time and taking your bids. And speaking of bidding, here's a little more information about how to bid.
How to bid.
Better?
Bidding on items in the art auction is quick and easy to do. First, explore the collection online at kcosartauction.org or keep your television tuned to KCOS. Then, when a piece of art catches your eye, call 915-881-0013 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes, so bid high and bid often so you don't miss out on any of your favorite pieces. It pays to get the bidding started. If you're the opening bidder on any item in the art auction, even if you don't win the item, we'll give you a free fine art print. You can choose from one of the following 3 prints: Plaza Lights by Terrence Flores, El Paso by Hal Marcus, or Spaghetti Bowl by Terrence Flores. These are all beautiful local themes that you can have framed and keep for yourself or give as a gift. So call in quickly because it pays to bid first.
So now it's almost time to get back to the bidding. So just a quick note about the format of art auction. We will present 5 art pieces every 30 minutes. You can keep track on our website at kcosartauction.org to see a schedule of all the art coming up this evening. We will preview each of the 5 pieces in the next 30-minute set and then present and sell them one by one. So stay alert and call in as soon as you see a piece you're interested in. Like we shared earlier, most pieces will sell within 5 to 7 minutes. Also, depending on whether you view us on cable, satellite, broadcast, or live stream, there is up to a 10-second delay between what you see on air and what's happening in the studio. So be sure to dial in early so you don't miss favorite pieces. And we're going to go ahead and go back to Dr. Travis Cosbin and 93.1's Trisha Martinez.
And we're getting progressively more coordinated with our outfits, apparently.
See, finally we got the memo.
Yeah, we finally got it together. We are excited here. This is our 3rd set with you guys right now. Usually the 3rd set is the set that goes the best. We've got some really unique pieces. This set's kind of a grab bag. There's no consistent theme, and that allows us to really highlight some of the great art we have for you today.
And mostly what we want to do is beat Tanny and Hal Marcus. So we definitely need to sell these.
Let's go through them one by one.
Okay.
And we'll show them to you on the screen while we're talking about them.
Okay, this one, the first one up is Radiant Girls. That is from the Hal Marcus Gallery. It is really nice. It is starting bid at $250. I really like that one. Very, very graphic. Second one up is Earth Matters. That's by Margaret Bernstein. It's an oil with a touch of watercolor. That is a steal at $175. Third in line is Desert Rhapsody by Don Bean. That's oil on canvas, and that's a starting bid at $350. Next up in our lineup, it is Pretty Pretty Polished Pottery by Christina Robbins. That's an oil on canvas, and that's a starting bid at $300. And then the last one we're going to take a look at is an Avenida Juarez by Hal Marcus. It's a signed artist proof, and that is a starting bid of $250. Okay, so first up, we're going to start off with Radiant Girls.
And this one is by Diego Robot Martinez. He was born and raised in El Paso here on the border with Juarez. He was very influenced by bright colors, the beauty of traditional Mexican culture, but also robots. He loves the concept of kind of blending our culture with mechanical items and the ideas of kind of the machines around us and how they interact with us and help us with our daily lives. The robot is a reflection of joy inspired by the simplicity and innocence of his daughter. And the robot's also a self-reflection on his own personal life, his views, his struggles. What I love about this is it's called Radiant Girls. You see a couple different robots, and there you see 2 of them. In that bottom right-hand corner, you see a robot with a cute little bow. In that upper left corner, you also see a robot with another bow. And they're kind of just beaming. They're happy. They're excited. This piece is super graphic, as you described. What draws you into it?
You know what? I like graffiti art. I really like graffiti art a lot, which is one of the reasons why I like the pillars in Lincoln Park under the freeway, because I really like that whole, you know, it just kind of jumps out at you, it grabs you. There's so many colors, there's so many things going on, but it's so, you know, it's so tied together with the flowers and with the robots and with the hearts, and it's really, I just really like that.
We've already got a bid at $250.
Nice, $250.
This is perfect for so many places. Whether you have a more modern home and you're looking for art that pops off the wall to a more traditional home, especially in a kid's room, this could go so well in so many places. We're often trying to engender an interest in the sciences with young girls as well, and this has a really cute way of doing that.
And you know what? This is the kind of thing that a child would see, and this is going to be something that might spark their interest in their own art, in their own vision of what art should be. And that's why I really like this. And it's just so fun. I mean, another thing, you know, we keep talking about art being so subjective. You know, sometimes art is the thing that calms you at the end of the day. And sometimes when you see this just puts a smile on your face, and it's so great. It's so colorful. It's so just poppy. I just love it.
I do too. The bright colors are really strong. They pop off the page. They're very graphic, as you've mentioned. In addition to that, one of the other things we see about it is you look at it behind us. I mean, whether you're up close to it or far away, when they have that close-in shot, you can see the details. When you're far away, you can also really appreciate how interesting it is. It makes you want to get closer. You know, some art you see and just walk right by. This isn't a piece you're going to walk by.
No, and this is the kind of piece that you see it every day, and you're going to find something new every day, or your eye is going to go to that one part of it that you really, really like. We've got another phone call. So we've got the starting bid already of $250, and that starting bid gets some goodies from KCOS, and so that's why you want to be that starting bid, because not only are you in the lineup for it, but you've also got that really great little, incentive from KCOS.
And our next bid we're looking for is going to be $275. We're at $250. $275 is our next bid, going in $25 increments. It's just another $25 to KCOS. If you're interested, call in, support us. We're here for you. We know that you're here for us. Together as a community, that's what allows KCOS to be so successful. And also, we're really appreciative to all these artists. Every artist that's donated here today has donated their artwork for free.
And that's something else, because art is not something that you just throw up on a canvas. There's a lot of planning that goes into it. You've got to think about the colors. You've got to think about the placement of things. I mean, you see this kind of graffiti art and you think to yourself, oh, well, they just put it up there. Not at all. I mean, that, if you cook, if you exercise or whatever, you've got to have a plan. And even though this is so just like, kind of graphic and there's so much going on, $275, nice. Okay, we're at $275 right now. If you want this piece of art hanging in your home, and I mean, this is just adorable. I just really think it's so cute. Then definitely give us a call here.
We're now at 300.
At 881
so we are at 300 for our next letter. So
We've got 300.
Looking for?
We are looking for 325.
Yeah, so 325 will be our next increment we're looking to do.
And we're going fast. Oh, we have 325.
Now, this is what we love. We call this the art auction, right? And we don't get an auction unless there's more than one person calling in.
Absolutely.
So we encourage this. Bid high, bid often. It's all going to KCOS.
Don't lose this. This is valued at $600, and it is a really amazing piece. Tell me again?
$350.
Nice.
So we're at C with $350.
Now we have an auction going. $350.
So $350, all going towards a great cause of KCOS, supporting programming for our youth, for our children, as well as a number of other things that they help produce here in El Paso.
And it is an original piece of art. This could be hanging in your home. So we're at $350 right now. We have got a $600 value on this. Or $375, nice.
So case $375. Next bid would be at even $400. That's a great donation amount for KCOS, I think. So
and a great piece of art.
And
we're at $375. Let's hear $400. Let's hear $400 from the phone lines.
Sounds good.
It's just $25 more.
I'm not surprised this has gotten such a bidding war going. We see a lot of pieces here on the show. This stands out a little bit different. We get a lot of landscapes, a lot of really kind of traditional art.
Right,
this
a
is
lot
a
of
little
Southwest.
bit different. This artist, Diego Martinez, has actually worked with different music videos, different local artists, and graffiti artists as well. You talk about that, to kind of incorporate his art, get his art out in the community. And this could be in your home as well. And so this is a really great piece.
Okay, so we are at right now
$375 for a K. We're going to go ahead and sell this going once.
Going twice.
Sold.
$375. Woohoo! Good job. You're going to love this. Okay, coming up next, we have got Earth Matters. Now this is the kind of piece of art totally different from the previous one. This is something that's going to calm you at the end of the day. I mean, look at the colors in this landscape. It is amazing. It's by Margaret Bernstein. It's oil with a touch of watercolor. And I love this frame on this piece. It really frames the piece so nicely. It really makes it stand out. It really gives you that whole, it encompasses the whole piece. It's so nice.
Yes, and actually Margaret Bernstein's the artist. She was an art teacher. She has a very strong skill set. And in fact, she won the abstract art category in 2017 with the KCOS art auction. So she has a known history of really performing well and having art that's very well cherished.
And this is a starting bid of just $175. This is oil with a touch of watercolor, and this is a value of $525. And again, an actual piece of art. You're not getting, a poster. You're not getting something that's a reproduction. This is something that somebody, sat and looked at and really thought about and really wanted to get you into this painting. The pink sky is just gorgeous. I mean, it's just really something else.
And I love that it's a mixed kind of medium art piece, right? Where it's not just one kind of paint. It's watercolor as well as oil, which is an unusual combination. With that watercolor, you get those really soft blends of the sky and those soft background colors. The oil gives you that more chunky foreground texture. So this piece has not only that soft texture of watercolor, but also the appeal of the chunkiness and that strong texturization that you get with oil. The artist has also painted the frame. So this frame was kind of done, and then it's also been textured over. So you get texture on the frame. I mean, this is a great bang for your buck from the very tip of the edge all the way across the board.
And just $175 is the opening bid. So let's get those phones ringing. 881-0013. $175 for an original piece of art, Margaret Bernstein. Oil with a touch of watercolor. This is called Earth Matters. And I like the little home you can't really tell what it is. I mean, it could be in anything. It could be a covered bridge. It could be a home. It could be a barn. I really like that on the left-hand side.
Yeah, this painting has a very strong abstract quality. You can kind of interpret the way you want. I agree with you. It's a lot of different things kind of all at the same time, which is one of the beauties of art, is you're able to look at it and the person kind of draws from their own experience to kind of decide what's happening in that. They draw from their own emotions. And same with the artist. The artist draws from their own experience in order to produce and kind of convey those emotions. I think this is a great piece.
Okay, now remember, if we get past a painting that hasn't sold, it doesn't mean that it's not available anymore. It will still be available, but we'd sure like to get those phone lines ringing and get that $175 starting bid.
So before we do that, let's go ahead and just highlight this one more time, and we're going to move on to our next piece.
Okay, sounds good.
So next piece is
Desert Rhapsody by Don Bean. That's oil on canvas. The starting bid is just $350. The total value on it is $1,000. This is really pretty.
This one is pretty. I think that we have two coming up that are actually some of my very favorites, and some artists that I actually have in my own home that I think are people that will really last for a long amount of time. So Don Bean is born and raised in Texas. He has influences from all around the world, but this one really kind of pulls in those Texas influences. You see on this one the background of the mountains, which is kind of our background every day we wake up here in El Paso. You also see the real good depth of color, the brightness of those bushes and those light greens that you see kind of in the foreground. This one, I think, on the screen looks great. In person, I think it looks even better, especially with those highlights that are kissed by the sun.
Absolutely, and the greens are so much more vibrant. It's a very light, like a spring kind of green. And then, the funny thing is that I have cousins that live in Atlanta, and when they come down here, the thing that always surprises them is they see Southwestern art, and they say, that's not even possible that a place looks like that. And then they come to El Paso, and they see the clouds over the mountains, and they see the sun hitting the desert floor, and they see all the different shades of the colors, throughout the mountains. And they're always blown away at how really amazing it is to capture what we look at every single day.
Yeah,
and this is a really commanding piece of art. It's a nice size. Framed, it's 29 by 29.
And for just $350 is our starting bid. So $350 is the donation we're looking for right now for KCOS. Again, this is a great piece that is really is signed right down there in the corner. You can see the artist's hand and how delicately they've done that. You can see the great landscape. For $350 would be an opening bid here for KCOS.
And again, this is the kind of thing that fits in any kind of decor. You're not looking at a Southwestern home or something. This would go great in any kind of decor. It would be a beautiful bedroom painting. It would also be a really nice painting behind your desk at your office.
And we've sold a lot of art by Don Bean already. Don Bean is a well-known artist here in El Paso. He was kind of raised in this area. He calls it home. His art frequently kind of touches on all of these subject matters of the Southwest. In this, you can see that sky, it's really dominated by those beautiful clouds as well as the foreground with the bushes. As you mentioned, that bright green. It makes me think of kind of after we have our first rain here in El Paso when the kind of all the bushes sprout for the first time. You can see his real good command of the color. You also see the texture. This is done in oils. This oil painting is beautiful, and I think it's something that will really have good longevity. It's also well framed. Again, we don't touch on the frame too much a lot of the times, but that is something that lets you know this is ready to go up in your house. You can take this, get it home, and immediately it's going to be something you can just put on the wall without a lot of effort. I think anybody at home can hang a painting, and we'd love it to be you.
Right, absolutely. The starting bid on this one is $350. It's Desert Rhapsody by Don Bean.
We've got about another 30 seconds left on this one before we move on to our next one. We talked a little bit about this section. It's kind of a hodgepodge. We've got landscapes. We've also got some still life. So the next one we're going to be featuring has a small set of still life. Would you tell us a little bit about it?
Now this is by Christina Robbins, and it's pretty Polish. Is it Polish or potted? Polish pottery. Well, there you go. I should have looked at the painting. There you go. And
as soon as you look at it, you can tell because it's great.
And it's oil on canvas. Now, see, I really like these because, again, this is the kind of art that can go pretty much anywhere in your home. This is a great piece that would go in your hallway. You could put it in your kitchen, in your breakfast nook, and it's just really. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, you're sitting down and you can imagine yourself being at that table. And I love the colors. I mean, that's the thing I really like about Southwestern art from the Southwest. You've got such pops of color. And we really, I guess because of the way the desert looks to us all the time, we really do expect, that pop of color.
And this one's really great. So Christina Roberts has Scottish-born of Polish parents, so she's got a really great mixing of all these different cultures. She ended up kind of settling in the South and really calling it her home. She also had a career prior to painting in fashion and fashion design from the New York Institute. So she has a really interesting career that just shows great taste on all levels. And this painting is no exception to that. It's got a great taste level. The tea set itself is really interesting. You have the cups, which kind of represent that Southwest charm with the roosters on the upper right on those two mugs. And then you see on the kind of bottom left, it's a little bit more Polish looking actually, right? So you see this blending of cultures, which we see across our border community, which is what makes our border community so great. You also see the and probably my favorite part is the cow that has a little bit of milk in there. That little cow, you pull the tail and you hold him up to pour the milk in, or some kind of a creamer. So I think it's a really cute way to represent a melding of cultures, from the cow to the roosters to kind of the more traditional Polish, maybe looking tea set.
Now this is a starting bid of $300. I really like the tablecloth on it because my family actually came to El Paso in the early 1900s from my mom's family from Lebanon, and the women all used to do this kind of needlework. And so I have a lot of linens that look exactly like this, and that's the way you present them. It's just such a pretty, pretty little tableau.
Yes.
And this is a beautiful tea service, clearly, because they've got lemons. And so I mean, it's just something that's so pretty, and it's so of our area. I just really like this painting a lot. A $300 starting bid, value of $675. It's pretty Polish pottery by Christina Robbins. It's an oil on canvas and a really great frame.
Yeah, and we're moving pretty quick this round because I think they went over a little bit on the last one, so we're going to have another 30 seconds left on this set. Before we move on. So 30 seconds, if you're thinking about it, call in. We always talked about there is a delay if you're online or if you're watching us from maybe one of your mobile devices. So if you're ever thinking about something, as soon as you see it come up, it's important to give us a call. Start donating to KCOS to help keep KCOS on the air and producing the quality program that it does.
Absolutely, and that phone number is 881-0013. And remember, if you see them, bid on them. That's why we're here. This is an auction. This is to raise money for KCOS. This is to keep great programming like Nature Cat, like Sesame Street, like Clifford the Big Red Dog, like Downton Abbey. Oh, I love Downton Abbey.
All those nostalgic things.
Everything that you want to see is on KCOS. But it costs money to keep us on the air, so we need you to go ahead and give us a call and bid on some of these pieces of art.
Okay, next up, and our last one of this set is going to be...
This one is the Hal Marcus Gallery in, wait a minute, I've got the wrong one. Avenida Juarez.
You are right.
There you go. Avenida Juarez. I love this piece. This is so great. Here's what I like about Hal Marcus. Hal Marcus paints El Paso, and I really love that. He paints Juarez, and we know these scenes. We've seen them all the time. We grew up with these scenes, and one of the things that I missed when I didn't live in El Paso were scenes like this. And this is the kind of thing that you want hanging in your home. This is a starting bid of just $250. This is a signed artist proof. Now you tell us about an artist proof again.
Yeah, so an artist proof is one of the first ones that comes off when they're reproducing one of their art pieces for kind of commercial distribution. It is the one that the artist will look at, and it's the one that is kind of most important, because what it allows them to do is decide, is the color saturation right? Is the detail right? Did they miss anything? Is there anything that I'm not happy with? This is the one that the artist has laid their eyes on themselves, and they've approved it, saying that this is exactly what I want to be distributed. And that's a big deal, right? A lot of artist proofs or artist reproductions are not out there. We've got 250
That's our
from
starting
Jay
bid,
is our starting bid, so 250 from Jay. We'd love to get that actually going as an auction, so we'd love someone to call in, so 250 from Jay. This painting is framed. It looks great. Hal Marcus has been, he's at a gallery in El Paso for over 20 years. He was inducted into the Art Institute, the El Paso Artist Hall of Fame in 2003, so he's been a staple in this community. So we've currently got a starting bid of 250. What are we looking for next?
Okay, we're looking for 275. And give us a call. It's 881-0013. Now, when you're looking at this, take a look at what you are looking at. You are in Juarez, you're in the street scene in Juarez, and you see El Paso in the distance. You see the iconic mountain in the distance. You see our downtown skyline, but you're in Juarez. And I mean, you know what? Here's the fun thing about El Paso. We like to go out at night.
We do.
We like to hang out. We like to go to Juarez at night. We like to just, stand around and talk, and you're with the paleteria. And you've got the taxis, and you've got the families hanging out, and you're looking into looking into El Paso from Juarez. How many times have you not seen that very scene?
Exactly. So for just $275 was our current bid that we're hoping to get. We're at $250, looking for $275. It'd be our next bid. This can be in your home as a reminder to all those great times you maybe had crossing the border back in high school without your parents knowing. Who knows what you did? This is a great picture to have, I think, as a great reminder. It also kind of harkens back and can remind you of tales to tell your grandkids or your own children about your times crossing the border.
And you know what? This is the kind of thing that keeps people in El Paso. It's the family. It's the colors. It's the street scene. It's just an amazing piece of art. And we're at
$250 right now with Jay, looking for $275.
We're looking for $275.
And we were getting told to wrap it up. We get a lot of this. This is like our international symbol.
Somebody's going to get this piece for an amazing $250. Are we doing this?
Yep, $250 on Jay. Going once.
$250. Going twice.
And sold to Jay for $250.
Oh, nice. Totally jealous. You've got a great piece of art.
So we've got a lot more art coming up ahead. We still have some more that you guys can feature, as well as some really unique paintings and interesting pieces that I think people haven't gotten a chance to bid on yet. So I'm excited for everyone to stay with us and stay tuned.
And don't forget, this is all going towards KCOS to keep that quality programming on the air.
Here you go, Valerie. Go ahead and take it over.
Alrighty, folks. So far, if you're one of our lucky winning bidders or you became one later on during the auction, here's what you need to know about picking up and paying for your art. Also, keep in mind that in addition to purchasing art, you can also support KCOS by becoming a sustaining member, and one of the best benefits of KCOS membership is online access to the PBS Passport.
Pickup and pay information. If you are the confirmed winning bidder on an item, congratulations. After you win the item, a KCOS staff member will call you back within the hour to confirm your bid and take payment. You can pay with any major credit card, cash, or check. Please note we don't charge tax, but there is a 5% buyer's premium to help defray the cost of processing payments. We want you to get your art as soon as possible. Pickup times begin Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. and continue on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have additional questions or need special pickup or shipping arrangements, please call 915-590-1313. Thank you.
A new chapter begins.
Now you can access more of your favorite PBS shows than ever before.
This is the future!
With PBS Passport, a member benefit that lets you binge many of the latest shows and catch up on your favorites.
We really are living in the modern world.
Anytime you want.
Wow, how about that?
Anywhere you are.
There's literally nothing like this in the world.
Support your PBS station and get Passport, your ticket to the best of PBS.
And now we're going to pass it back to Tanny and Hal Marcus with his fabulous bow tie.
Hal, we've got some tremendous art, Hal.
Here we are again. Okay, we're going to just tell you what the next 4 or 5 pieces are, and then we're going to auction them off. Is it we in the last hour?
I just can't believe you sold that Tom Lee.
Yeah,
that original Tom Lee.
We did sell it. Okay, someone called in right at the very end and bought the original Tom Lee.
I'm still shaking on that.
No, it was a great deal.
What a deal.
Great deal.
All right, we got some great deals right now.
Okay, let's get them up on the thing here. The first one is the Tarahumara Girl by Bill Rackesee. $2,400 value, opening up at $800.
This is a beautiful Bill Rackesee.
And let me tell you, we're going to talk about the frame as this as well. That's got 8 mats on it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Is an original Bill Colliker of the Socorro Mission. It's about 3 feet long. It's 31 by 27 inches. I've never seen a more beautiful
Anybody
Socorro
who's ever married or confirmed or baptized
if you live in Socorro, this is
now
the mission,
is your chance.
This is the Mission Trail by Bill Colliker, very iconic work of art. The next piece coming up in this final hour, Mario Para.
I've been on that bridge.
I've been on that, friends.
Venice.
I've been to Venice. It's a Venice by Mario Para, 27 inches. Let's see what the opening bid is on that one.
That is not the Rialto, but that is a great bridge.
Reina. Let's see what the opening bid
is.
It's
up. Oh, it doesn't say.
Let's see what the opening bid. $550. $550 for the Mario Para. And let's see, what else? What other ones do we have coming up now? Oh,
who is that
Reina?
artist there?
Let me tell you something. Last night I brought this in and I gave it to Emily. It was still wet. Okay, this is a painting that no one has seen before. I just did it. I said this needs to go for PBS.
Original, right?
It's an original, yeah. Called Reina, $1,000 value, and I can't even remember what it's opening up at.
$350. We're going to start at $350.
Really?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, $350. All right, let's get started. Which is the first one by Bill Rackesee?
Tarahumaras.
Tarahumaras.
Okay, so this doesn't look like a Bill Rackesee because he usually did these real rough Western scenes.
Right, and this is more
soft
watery.
and gentle and absolutely
But
beautiful.
I think this is one of the best pieces he's ever done. Really,
I think
really
so,
like
too.
it a lot. I really like it. It's not real thick. I think it's done like on illustration board, if I'm not mistaken.
So again, this
it's
is
a watercolor. On
I don't know where you
illustration
get
board.
this $2,400. Rackesee would have started this. His price on this would have been $4,800.
$800 for this beautiful Tarahumara girl. And of course, everybody knows who Bill Rackesee was. He's
Loved
a curator.
KCOS. Loved KCOS.
Many books that he published, many illustrations that he did.
Truly believed in
worked
public
with
television.
Peter Hurd. You know, we've heard
Downton
about Bill
Abbey.
Rackesee. Let's see if we can get the detail on it. We're looking for an opening bid of $800. I was talking to Tanny about this frame job. I've never seen a frame job like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mats. 7 mats, and just they've got that kind of aqua
I mean,
color.
the frame would have cost $500. This
Really?
frame would have cost $500.
Yeah. It's
So you're
really-
looking for a Bill Rackesee, magnificently framed, but you have a great piece of art
This
in
was
there.
donated by Elizabeth Leal, if I'm not mistaken.
Is this a watercolor?
It's a watercolor.
So
on
usually he did
illustration.
acrylic, but this is a watercolor.
But you know, he was the founder of the Rio Bravo watercolors,
Really?
so he knew watercolor quite well, you know, and he studied
Look
at
at her face, Hal.
the Kansas City Art Institute. This is really a fine piece.
Look at her face.
We're looking for $800 opening bid for the Tarahumara
This is an
girl.
original piece, one of a kind.
This is a really fine
Bill
piece.
Rackesee is a collectible artist nationwide.
That's right.
The man seriously has hung in some of the best galleries in the world. And the funny thing about him is while he was alive, he cared about this station.
Yeah, he did.
So much so that even after the flood and even after the fire, he would bring pieces down here to try to help KCOS out.
He was born in Youngstown, Ohio, in 1924. He went to receive his bachelor's degree and his master's of fine art from the Kansas City Art Institute. He was set designer, muralist, museum
Passed
curator.
away 4 years ago.
Died in 2015, and he got the Felician, is that how you say it? The Felician Travel Scholarship to study in Italy. Paints the Southwest.
Somebody give me $800 on this piece, worth $4,000. It says $2,400. Somebody give me $800. Let's open this piece at $800. This is a Bill Rackesee watercolor, original, one of a kind. Somebody give me $800. Let's just get an opening bid on this piece. We have sold Rackesees here for $4,000. I mean, I don't know. This year, we're just giving the stuff away.
We're in our final hour here. I'm going to drop this price to $500.
Wow.
I know this is crazy, but we got to get going because we have a Bill Colliker coming up.
So the price of the frame, and you get a free
$500.
and you get a free Rackesee
back
in it.
there. I know this is crazy. $500 opening bid for the original. This is 40. This is like 4 feet tall, 40 inches tall, and
Beautiful,
it's
beautiful
7
piece
mats.
of art.
$500.
Collectible piece of art. I need $500. The piece should be starting at $1,000. So somebody give me $500 to open this.
$500 for original Bill Rackesee.
Gorgeous,
and a beautiful
gorgeous piece of
watercolor.
art.
$500 should start out with $800.
I mean, seriously, this is a piece of art that is a collectible piece of art that you will forever cherish as a part of your collection.
That's right.
Just
I'm
need
gonna
a
see-
$500
I'm gonna
opening.
see what it says
Should have
right
been
over here.
$800. Hal
It
has
says
generously dropped it to $5.
copyright, Chihuahua, Mexico, Tarahumara girl, the girl with the
There we go.
long sleeves.
Piece is worth $4,000.
It's called the girl with the long sleeves.
10% of its
Girl
value.
with the long sleeves. Okay.
Somebody
There
give
we
me
go.
$500.
$500.
Should have been $1,000. Looking for $500 to open this piece. $500 on this piece.
Bill
Worth
Rackesee.
$4,000. Somebody give me $500. Just let's get it started.
We're getting it started.
This is a great piece of art. Need a $500 opening on this piece. This is a
I think
great
the phones are ringing.
Bill Rackesee piece
I
of
think
art.
your phones are ringing.
This is an original piece, one of a kind. It was supposed to start at $800. There we
Phones
go.
are ringing.
Finally.
Phones are ringing.
Give me $500 to open this.
$2,400. This is. You want to show them the signature
Just looking
on
for
this at the bottom?
$500. Give me $500 to open this.
You want to show them the
Piece is
signature?
worth thousands. Give me $500.
How's it going over there on the phones?
We have 3 phones that are from.
3 phones are ringing.
500.
$500. Thank you.
Now $550. I mean, give me $550. The piece is worth thousands of dollars.
No painting left behind.
Give me $550. This is
There
a
it is.
Bill Rackesee original.
It says the girl with the long sleeves, copyright, Bill Rackesee, 1984.
This is an original piece of art. Give me $550. $500 going once to see.
Will you accept $25?
Yes, $525.
Okay, $525.
I need $525 twice.
Ask for $525.
Wait.
$525 finally. Now $550. Got $525. Give me $550. This is on a Bill Rackesee original. Give me $550. Got $525 going once.
I have never seen a frame like this in all my life.
The frame is worth $500.
7 mats.
Give me. Thank you. $550. Now $575. Got $550. Need $575. The frame alone is worth this. The Rackesee is worth another $1,000. Got $550 going once.
Okay.
Got
$550.
$550 going twice to S. Right? Give me $575.
Here we go.
Any other bids? Last chance.
Sold for $550.
Sold for $550.
We got to move on.
All right.
We got to move. Thank you, El Paso. We got so many great things. We have an original
Hell, that
Cisneros.
was a deal and a half.
I know it's a deal, Tanny, but you're bringing in money for a good cause. What can I say?
This is the Socorro Mission.
Okay, thank you.
Now, anybody who's like me, who has an affinity for the missions, Isleta, Socorro, San Eli, which is a Presidio.
Yes.
Here is your chance. Bill Colliker was a noted artist. All of our artists tonight are
Yeah,
dead.
right, you're right.
They're artists who are no longer with us.
And I think that the Socorro Mission was one of the first missions built in the valley. You know, it's probably 400 years old.
It's been absolutely preserved the way it was originally built. And Bill Colliker passed away 10 years ago.
Probably 20 years ago.
Wow.
I knew him, actually. I knew Bill Colliker. What a gentleman. Born in Switzerland. He immigrated to the United States, and he was born in 1905. He died in 1995. So he was 90 years old. Is that
And
right?
he loved. He
was a designer,
owls,
studied
right? He
in
loved
New
owls.
York, and he worked for the Associated Press. He worked in Paris. He worked in advertising. At age 14, he spent a year studying art in Paris, and it goes on and on and on. But the main thing about
Socorro Mission. We got a chance. You can buy this piece right now. We're looking for an opening bid. This piece is worth $6,000.
Let me tell you, I've seen a lot of paintings of missions, and none of them are as beautiful as this by such a great artist as Bill Colliker.
If you attend services at the Socorro Mission, you ought to buy this and donate it to the mission.
You know, he was presented the Conquistador Award in the city from
Yes.
1963. That's the El Paso's highest honor. He received 15 awards of merit from the El Paso Chamber. 15, Tanny. You're a member of the El Paso Chamber of Commerce. Have you ever won 15 awards? No.
No,
Yeah.
not even one.
And he has too many awards to mention. His legacy of the Southwestern and pre-Columbian art can be seen in any prominent bank buildings, and also at the International Museum. There's a whole room dedicated to him.
And what is the retail value of this piece?
This says up there $4,500. We're opening it up at a half price of $2,500.
Somebody give me $2,500 for an original Bill Colliker.
$2,500.
Now he did owls. He's very famous for his owls.
Yes,
world
he's very famous, but he also did landscape.
He did some great landscapes like this. So you got the Great Socorro Mission.
I know people who got married at the Socorro Mission, who had quinceañeras, who had family functions. The Socorro Missions is part of the mission's trails. This is someone who has an affinity for El Paso history. Should snap this up in a second.
So if you live down in the valley and you really want something that is going to be indicative of the pride you have in your community, here's your chance to buy a Bill Colliker rendition of the Socorro Mission. I need an opening bid of only $2,500. I mean, this is a deal and a half. Any bank that's down there, GECU, you need to buy this and hang it in your bank. This is an original Bill Colliker oil of the Socorro Mission.
We need to get those phones ringing, Tanny.
Passed away 20 years ago.
You're not going to believe this, Tanny. I'm going to drop it $1,000. $1,500 for the Bill Colliker. $1,500 for the Bill Colliker. 1,500. I can do it because
Hal,
I
this
own
thing
it.
is worth $5,000.
Listen, I'm here for a reason. This is a final hour. $1,500.
All right, $1,500 for
Look
Bill
how big
Colliker
this is.
original.
This painting is 31 inches wide. Okay.
Where are you? If you're
and you'll never
Wells Fargo Bank
you'll never
and
see the
GCU
the
or-
perspective. We're looking for $1,500.
Looking for an opening bid of only
$1,500
$1,500
for a
on
$5,000 painting.
That's not even a third of its value. How about that?
I'm not going to get off this bench until we get the phone call ringing. I'm not going to have to eat my hat. Everybody's there saying, "Eat
Somebody
your hat."
give me $1,500
Rick
for this
Cabrera's there
piece.
saying, "Eat your hat, eat your hat." I'm not going to eat my hat. Get the
Again,
phone
Bill
ringing
Colliker's a
for
collectible local artist.
$1,500 for an original painting by Bill Colliker.
Looking for $1,500 for the Socorro Mission.
Bill Colliker.
If you love the Mission Valley, pick up your phone now.
Exhibit in New
and make
York,
a donation to
in
KCOS for
Baltimore.
$1,500, and we will give you this painting. So we only need a $1,500
Okay,
donation.
thank God.
Make a
Thank
$1,500
God.
donation to the station. How about
Let's
that?
get this thing going. It's a beautiful painting in good
He
condition.
should have opened at $2,500.
I know. Probably
Give me
painted about
1,500.
1960. Probably painted around 1960. I knew him.
Passed away 20 years
He used to
ago.
shop at my father's grocery store. $1,500.
Last chance on this piece.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it to $1,000 right now. I'm not gonna get off this bench. 1,000. Make me an offer. Anybody out there? Make me an offer
How
right
can
now.
you sell this for $1,000?
Make me an offer out there. Anybody in TV land? Anybody at TV land?
Honestly, if anybody has any interest in Socorro or KCOS,
Oh, you're hurting my
or El
feelings.
Paso,
You're hurting my
pick
feelings.
up your phone.
Make an offer.
Make a donation of $1,000.
Make an
and
offer,
you're
you
gonna take home a
guys. Okay,
donation.
you want me to do a little song and dance? Everybody's laughing out there. Okay. Look, you want to see my bald head? Look, there you go. There you go.
$1,000.
Okay,
There we
thank
go.
God. I told you. I
He should
told
have
you,
started
Teddy.
at $2,500.
I told you.
Hal, you can't sell
I'm
this.
telling you.
You cannot
Make
sell
me an
this.
offer out there, TV land. The phone's
Hal, you
ringing.
can't sell
the
this for
phone's ringing. I know artists are very spontaneous.
Hal, this is a $5,000 piece.
I know this. I got my reputation on the line. No painting goes unsold.
C1000.
1,000.
1,000.
Now
Thank
$1,100.
you.
How about that? Now $1,100. Piece is a
Okay.
$5,000 piece. Give me $1,100. Got 1,000. Need 1,100. Got $1,000 for a piece that should have opened for $2,500. Give me 1,100.
Got 1,000 looking for 11?
Give me $1,100. Piece is worth $5,000.
You can offer me anything over 1,000.
Feed it.
It can be 1,001 penny.
Give me 1,100. 1,000 going once.
1,000 going once. 1,000 going twice.
Come on, somebody give me $1,100.
Get the gong ready.
Hold on.
Get the gong ready. Get the gong ready.
Give me $1,100 for this.
This is
Pollock
a
original.
beautiful
This is an
painting.
original piece of art.
A beautiful painting.
Yes, I'll take it.
1,050. Okay. Woohoo!
How much over there?
8,050.
Well, we got 1,050 over here.
already. I need
It's got to be
1,100.
1,075.
I need 1,100.
1,100.
Give me 1,100. I've got
This
1,050
is
over
a
here.
gorgeous
Give me
painting.
1,100.
Let's get a close-up of the painting, okay? I wanna
This is
see-
an original
They got those
painting.
birds flying in the sky.
11. Now make it 12. I've got 11. Make it 12. I've got $1,100.
That's
Make
a
it 12.
gorgeous painting.
We were supposed to start this at 2,500. Got 11.
Okay.
Give me 12. 11 going once.
1150.
I have 11.
Oh, we have 11? Is that right, Natalie?
Yes.
Okay, 1,100. Thank you. 1,100 going once.
11 going twice. Any other
Wait.
bids?
Wait, she's telling us to settle down. No? Okay.
Sold.
Woohoo!
1,100 over
No
there.
painting left behind.
Wow.
Woohoo! That's my
No,
motto.
that was not a deal. That was a gift.
No. I want you guys to start applauding, man. Make it entertaining. Woohoo!
Wow, what a gift.
Here we go with the Mario Para.
This is Venice,
Venice. Mario Para.
and it looks like Venice.
It does.
In Venice, this piece would sell for $10,000. All right, here's a great rendition of Venice by Mario Parra.
Mario Para. Good friend of mine. Born
He
in.
should sell for $1,000.
He was born in Copper Canyon. Do you
Looking
know?
for $550
Do you know who paid for Mario Para? People don't know this out there in TV. You know who paid for Mario Para to go to Chicago Art Institute when Mario Para didn't have a pot to paint in. He didn't have a place to to dip his brushes. You know who paid for it?
Who?
Manuel Acosta.
Really?
Manuel Acosta, who was actually a poor pauper as well.
But he took care of it.
But he took care of his friends.
Well, look how beautiful.
Okay, so
All right, I need a $550 opening bid.
$1,800 value, looking for only $550.
$1,800. Give me $550 to open this.
This should be
Mario
a real.
Venice.
This should be a real refreshing because we've had all this southwestern stuff, and now we have a European scene of Venice. Venice happens to be my favorite city in the whole world.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent time on Judaica, on the island on the other side.
Patricia and I
It's
spent
beautiful.
much time in Venice as well. It's my
Just
favorite.
need a $550 opening bid.
Okay.
In Venice, this piece would sell for $5,000.
$550.
Give me
for,
$550.
Mario Para.
Gorgeous piece. Gorgeous. Give me $550.
Come on, I know they're out there. I know
Anybody
people
love
are-
Venice? Does anybody love Venice?
I love Venice.
If you do, give me $550 to support the station and show you support for Mario Para as well.
Mario Para is a great supporter
Piece
of
is
public TV.
$1,800. Give me $550.
You know, these artists, you know, they're starving as well, okay? And they give to public television,
they do.
you know. Why? Because quality programming. Why? Because they
Over
get their name
60
out there.
local artists have contributed to
You
this
know, so
station.
this is something you can be real proud of.
Give me
This is-
$550.
This
on
is
opening.
your TV station.
This is a great piece of art.
$550 for Mario Para.
Worth $1,800. Looking for an opening bid of only $550. Come on, somebody give me $550. If you ever have been to Venice and you love it, I need an opening bid.
Okay, the phone's ringing. Thank God.
$550. Piece is worth $1,800. It's called Venice. Any bids?
We're going to have to move on to the next one, Tanny.
Any bids?
Only because we got a whole other round of stuff
almost
coming
8 o'clock.
up. Let's see, it's 8 o'clock. We got one more hour, and we got to raise $75,000 before the night is over. Between all the auctions,
We
that
will
is.
do that. You watch.
Okay, this is my
Mario
little
Para was
favorite.
gorgeous.
Woo-hoo. Let's see
All
what
right,
we
this
got.
is by a great, great
Oh.
artist. Well, I think one of the most renowned local artists ever. Got $350.
Well,
Need
350.
$400.
I haven't even said what it is yet.
And we've already got $350.
Okay, let me tell you about
How
Raina.
new is this piece?
Yesterday,
$375.
$375, now $4.
Yesterday, I
Need
brought
4.
it to Emily. It was still wet.
$4, now 4 and a
Okay.
quarter.
Get a close-up of it. This is an awesome painting.
$450, now give me 5. Got $450, need $500.
Can we get a close-up
Got
of it?
$450, give me 5 even.
Because the paint is
Make it
thick.
500 even.
The paint is thick.
This is gorgeous, a gorgeous piece of art.
Now, let me tell you, Tanny, you know what my daughter's name is? Lelania Reina. This
So
is
what
my
does
daughter,
Reina
Lel-
mean? What does Reina mean?
Queen. It's
This
queen.
is the queen.
Ask for 500.
500, now 550.
Can we get a close-up? Are
Got
you all
500,
working on
need
it?
550.
Close-up.
Brand new. This is, what is your latest piece that you've ever
This
finished?
one.
This
No,
is
this
the
is it.
550,
I'm
now
telling you,
6.
this is it.
Need 600. Which is your latest piece? I can't
This
remember.
one, I'm telling you.
This is the
Tanny.
latest Hal
How many
Markins.
times do I have to tell you?
600, now 650. Got
I'm
600
telling
on
you.
Reina.
If you get a close-up on it, it'll go up to $1,000.
We'll get a close-up in a minute.
They're saying no.
As a matter of fact,
They're
this
saying-
is, tell us about the technique. You've got lots of layers.
It has lots of gold. It has gold leaf. It has pastels. It has Prisma pencils.
La Reina!
I even painted the frame. I painted the frame gold. Okay, we're at 600, looking for 650.
650 is what I need. Somebody give me 650. 600 going once.
Okay.
600 going twice. Last chance on La Reina.
How about 625?
How about 6 1/4? You have a wife you call La Reina? Buy her this painting.
That's my daughter's name, Lelania Reina.
I got 600
My
looking for
mother's
6
name was
1/4.
Reina. My mother's name
Last
was
chance. And going twice. Looking for 625.
Natalie, we got something going?
Sold for $600.
Hey, how you like that gong, huh?
I like the gong and I like the painting.
The Reina, okay.
The queen.
Now this is another one I brought in. I brought in it today.
Who did this
This is by Mauricio Mora. It's called Pequeña.
Mauricio.
Pequeña.
Pequeña.
The
Which
little
means
girl. The little girl.
chiquitita.
$300 for $600 value. This is very sweet. He also made the frame himself. I had this at the gallery. I told Emily, I said, I got this really sweet little treasure by Mauricio Mora.
Does anybody have a daughter? If you have a daughter and you want to hang something in her room,
It'll go anywhere.
Absolutely beautiful.
It'll go anywhere.
$300.
$300.
They say all we do is expensive paintings. Here's a $300 painting.
Mauricio Mora.
Original, right?
Right. Oh,
Medium?
yeah.
The medium is?
It's a mixed media on Masonite.
Give me $300. Looking for $300.
14 inches by 10 inches for only $300.
$300 for a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. Original. Mixed medium.
Mauricio Mora. I've been carrying his work for 22 years. He was at my gallery today. Mauricio, probably one of the most successful young Hispanic.
Need a $300 opening. Somebody give me $300 on this piece.
Can we get a close-up of this one?
Can you get close on this?
$300.
We're going to get real close so you can see it. You have to see this girl's face. It is absolutely beautiful. Look how cute she is.
There it is. This is a
Look
classic.
at that face.
Look at the hands.
Give me
the
$300.
face.
Look at those lips.
Yeah, this is a beautiful. It's beautiful. Only a
Somebody give me $300 on
Only
La
Mauricio Mora could do
Pequeñita,
that.
La Pequeña.
La Pequeña. $600 value, opening up at 50%. If you go to my website right now, you'll see
It's
this
$600
painting for $600.
Now $300.
$300.
Somebody give me $300 on this
Sunday
piece.
night. We got to get this
Last
going.
chance. We're down to the last hour. We need $300 on La Pequeña.
You got 90 seconds.
90 seconds. We're going to put timers on this. I think that's a
There
really
it
good
is.
idea.
It's a small little painting. It's 14 inches by 10
Not
inches.
that small. It's actually pretty.
Well, I mean,
it
you know,
fills the
it would
wall.
fit anywhere in your house.
Need a
But,
$300 opening. Any bids? Any bids on this piece?
1 minute left. You want to drop the price?
You want to make an offer out there? Okay, let's go down to $250. $250 for the original.
Fine.
$250 for the original.
La
$250
Pequeña.
for an original. $250 for an original Mora.
Don't lose this piece. people.
M-O-R-A, Mora. Mauricio Mora.
Gorgeous piece of art.
$250.
Give me $250 to open it.
$250 to
Need
open.
$250. Piece is worth $600. Give me $250. $250.
Hey, 300. Thank you.
That's even better.
300. Okay, 300, and
Now
we're looking for
quarter,
350.
3 1/4.
You got 30 seconds left on this one.
300. Do I hear 325? This is a great piece of art, people. Gorgeous piece of art.
325. $25.
300 going once.
$25. You could take it home.
300 going twice.
$25 more.
Gorgeous piece of
My
art.
God, you're gonna have. Okay.
Any bids? Sold for $300.
300. Yay!
Oh, back over here.
We're going back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going back over here.
That's right.
I don't know.
If you're just tuning in, good evening and welcome to the 2019 KCOS Art Auction. Once again, I'm Valerie Garcia. Each of these pieces were graciously donated to KCOS to support their mission of celebrating and preserving the arts. Proceeds from the art auction will go to supporting the PBS programs that you love each and every day on KCOS and Create TV. This year's art auction could not have been possible without the generous support of our local business sponsors. Please take a moment for these messages from our wonderful local sponsors.
At Crown Wealth Strategies, we empower our clients to realize financial independence by securing today, tomorrow, and the future. One family, one solution, and one legacy at a time. Because at Crown Wealth Strategies, our greatest investment is in you.
The Hal Marcus Gallery is El Paso's premier art gallery. Visit the Hal Marcus Gallery at 1308 North Oregon or online at halmarcus.com. Since 1980, Lonnie's Art and Frame has provided El Paso with high-quality custom framing. From posters and family photos to priceless works of art, no project is too large or too small. With El Paso's largest selection of frames and mats, you can be sure to find the style and design you're looking for. Lonnie's Art and Frame, 2035 Traywood.
We'd also like to take a moment to thank our wonderful donors for today. Albertsons Grocery Store for donating yummy sandwiches and chips to keep our staff and volunteers energized. Thank you, Albertsons, for supporting KCOS and the art auction. And as always, we encourage you, our viewers, to support the local businesses who support our station. And thanks to our phone volunteers for donating their time and taking your bids. Speaking of bidding, here's a little more information about how to bid.
How to bid. Bidding on items in the art auction is quick and easy to do. First, explore the collection online at kcosartauction.org or keep your television tuned to KCOS. Then, when a piece of art catches your eye, call 915-881-0013 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes, so bid high and bid often so you don't miss out on any of your favorite pieces. It pays to get the bidding started. If you're the opening bidder on any item in the art auction, even if you don't win the item, we'll give you a free fine art print. You can choose from one of the following 3 prints: Plaza Lights by Terrence Flores, El Paso by Hal Marcus, or Spaghetti Bowl by Terrence Flores. These are all beautiful local themes that you can have framed and keep for yourself or give as a gift. So call in quickly because it pays to bid first.
So now it's almost time to get back to the bidding. Just a quick note about the format of art auction. We will present 5 art pieces every 30 minutes. You can keep track on our website at kcosartauction.org to see a schedule of all the art coming up this evening. We will preview each of the 5 pieces in the next 30-minute set and then present and sell them one by one. So stay alert and call in as soon as you see a piece you're interested in. Like we shared earlier, most pieces will sell within 5 to 7 minutes. Also, depending on whether you view us on cable, satellite, broadcast, or live stream, there is up to a 10-second delay between what you see on air and what's happening in the studio. So be sure to dial in early so you don't miss favorite pieces. Now we're going to give it back to Tricia and Dr. Travis Cosbin.
Hi.
We're excited to be back.
We
are
are
having a great time here at KCOS. This is our last set with you guys, and as you can see, we are ready to celebrate.
We are ready to go here. I mean, you know, we keep getting outpaced by Hal Marcus and Tanny Berg. We can't have that. We've got all kinds of great art. We need you guys to give us a call. You can see the number on your screen, and you need to call us about this art. We've got some great stuff coming up.
And this is going to be your last chance to get some of these items. Keep in mind, this is our last night here at the art auction. We've had a very successful auction. Many of you have already given generously. We're excited for those of you that are still looking for ways to give. If you're looking for a way to give, this is one of your last chances. We've got some great pieces here to show you.
Okay, coming up first is one of my favorite artists, Rudy Montoya. This is American Horse, and I absolutely love this signed print. I will tell you more about it when we get to it, but it is really spectacular.
And we're going to take a moment because that is not actually the picture that you're going to see for sale in a second, but it's very close.
Yes,
we will show you the picture in real life in just a moment.
Yeah, okay. Second one up, we've got Forest Path by Fern Thurston. It's an oil on masonite. That sounds very interesting. Starting bid on that is $350.
We will talk about masonite a little bit when we get to it.
Oh, good, because you know what you're talking about. Third one up is Elephant Mount by Mario Parra, and that's going to be a really pretty one. We've seen a lot of Mario Parra tonight, and he is fantastic. And then we've got a Jose Cisneros signed full-color print, Socorro Mission. That's a starting bid of just $375. And then last on the list is Old Town Chiles by...
This is my favorite one. Sorry to interrupt you. This is my favorite one of the whole set. I'm hoping people stick with us to get back into this
Okay,
one.
this one's by Christina Robbins, and that's an oil on canvas. Okay, so the first one we showed you was not the one that we were doing, but this is actually the one that we are doing now that they're showing you up on screen. Now, I got to tell you, Rudy Montoya, I love this artist. I love it because this is kind of an allegory. It's an allegory for the disappearing West and the American Indian who is getting kind of moved off the prairie at this point. That's why I love Rudy Montoya so much. I've seen a bunch of his prints, I've seen a lot of his art, and they always stop me in my tracks. They're such amazing pieces of art. Now this one is a framed 24 by 30, and it is a spectacular piece.
And it's starting at only $500.
Yeah.
Again, that is it's a steal. We're basically giving this away for $500 to have a Rudy Montoya. And I think, we see a lot of different Rudy Montoyas. What I love about this one so specifically is it's pen on ink, but in addition to that, he really uses the negative space well, right?
Yes.
When you think about art, art is more than just applying paint to a piece of paper or applying ink to a piece of paper. It's also deciding how you're going to balance all of that out. And you see the negative space kind of all over to the left. You also get a great way that they cut and mat this, where they kind of went around the forehead and around the brow of the Indian to really highlight the good stroke work and to highlight the kind of unusual way that Rudy Montoya works.
Yeah, and I can't tell you often enough, this is Southwest art, Western art at its absolute best. Rudy Montoya is just really somebody who makes you think when you see this piece of art. It's somebody who makes you think about the way that the West changed for the natives, the way that they looked out and saw their way of life vanishing. I just love, love, love this piece. And I cannot stand that the opening bid is $500. This is a $1,500 piece of art, and this is spectacular. It is so totally graphic in a way that's totally different than the graffiti art that we saw about an hour ago.
Yes.
This is amazing. And so we need to get those lines going. We need to get those phone lines going. 881-0013, and you will get a beautiful piece of art in your home.
Sounds good. And our next one we're going to do is going to go ahead and we're going to talk about our next one, and that is Forest Path. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Forest Path is by Fern Thurston, and this is oil on masonite. Now, you are our art expert, and so tell us all about masonite.
So masonite is actually a wood composite. It's where they take wood fibers, they boil those, and then they kind of end up compressing them using a very strong machine that compresses it into almost like a very fancy particle board with long wood fibers. So this is a piece that has really great longevity, right? We think about canvas. You'll see sometimes on PBS or other channels where they talk about restoration of canvas, and that is a very complex thing to do. Masonite is durable, it's a smooth surface to paint on, and it's really nice because you can get a lot of texture on masonite and also apply a lot of very heavy paint. So what you see that's great about this is they've really taken advantage of that. They have this really beautiful carved frame, which I think is stunning to begin with, and then inside of that is this great kind of vignette into the forest where you see strong texture with the oils, and these are oils on masonite.
Now this is a starting bid of $350. It's worth $600, and again, this is the kind of piece that you're not going to see in everybody's home. This is the kind of piece that when somebody walks in, they're going to be drawn to it, not only because of the size, because it is a little bit smaller than the art that we've been offering up until now, but because the colors are so strong. The colors, they just draw you in. You're like, wait a minute, I want to go down this path in this painting. It is amazing.
And it's just $350. That donation goes towards KCOS, towards supporting our local channel here.
Right.
And this, again, you talk about how it just draws you in. This picture, I think, is beautiful in the sense that it could go anywhere. The wood frame is beautiful, the paint is beautiful, and the masonite's also very durable. It can put up with a lot of different weather conditions, humidity. You can put this anywhere in your house.
Oh, nice.
It's a little bit more durable than some of the other paintings we have in terms of its versatility with environment. So this is a great piece to have, I think, anywhere, from its bright colors and it's well lit kind of behind the trees. You can see the source of that light. I think this is a beautiful painting. For $350 is a steal.
881-0013. Remember, if you're watching on our stream rather, then you are about 10 seconds behind. So if you want this painting, now is the time to call. Just $300. Is it $300? Yes, just $350 is the starting bid. Now remember, if you see something on here and you think to yourself, oh man, I lost it. I didn't get it. It's gone forever. It's not gone forever. If it hasn't sold, we will still have it at KCOS. You will be able to get it. And I got to tell you, I've seen a couple of people come pick up their paintings, and they are thrilled to pieces to get this beautiful art and take it home right away. It's a steal.
And again, not only is it a steal, but you're also supporting KCOS. This is all tax deductible. These things are going to help keep this channel flourishing and growing in the years to come, so it can continue to be a staple of your household and the households of many others.
Absolutely. Okay, next up we have got Elephant Mount by Mario Pada, and that is, let's see here.
We are mixing it all up.
We're mixing it up?
This
Okay.
is real live television,
Okay.
which you are great at, and it's a new experience for me. But we are actually going to show them the correct painting. So with that first one, we messed it up. We put up the wrong painting on the wall, but we had the right painting, or the right sketch on the visual digital imagery.
Okay.
So this is the one by Rudy Montoya.
Okay, so this is American Horse.
Yes, this is actually American Horse.
Okay, and
this is a little bit different.
This is the starting bid at $500, and again, Rudy Montoya, and this is what I love about Rudy Montoya. This is kind of his hallmark. It is the negative space, and by negative space we mean all of the unpainted, everything that's around the subject of the art piece. And the reason why it's so important is because it draws you into that person. It draws you into their experience. And again, he's looking out at a disappearing lifestyle, at a disappearing way of life. And it's just really amazing. And you hear $500 and you think, oh gosh, that's a lot of money. But this is art. This is something that you're going to have the rest of your life. So if you decided to amortize $500 over the course of your life, you're getting a steal. I mean, this is something that's going to bring you joy year after year. This is something that your kids and your grandkids are going to have. It is $500 for a Rudy Montoya and blowing me away.
I know, and what's so great about KCOS is they really draw from the local pool of artists and have a tremendous amount of talent. Rudy Montoya is one of those. When you think of classic people that are Southwest artists that are seen throughout homes across America that really represent this region, this is one of the most prominent artists that we see. Rudy Montoya does great work with the ink and the pen. The lines are fine, the lines are crisp. He creates those shadows, those lightness, those darkness, those years of weathered kind of lines on someone's face, all with just one pen, and it's really amazing to see the work and skill he has.
I just really love these. A starting bid is $500. Remember, if you call and you're the first bidder, you get all kinds of goodies from KCOS, and this is exactly the kind of thing that you want to put in your house, knowing that not only do you get that fabulous piece of art, but you've helped keep KCOS on the air. All the great programming, all the kids programming during the day, all the fantastic programming in the evening. You've got everything for everybody in your family.
And so we've spent a little bit of time with Rudy Montoya. Let's talk about our next artist, who's speaking of other famous El Paso artists. This artist is very well known as well, and this piece is going to be a very good size. I mean, rather than repaint a wall, just put this on the wall, and everyone's going to be impressed with your redecorating skills.
Okay, I wish I knew which one this was, but...
This one is Elephant Mount.
Okay.
It's by Mario
This
Parra.
is, okay. Oh my goodness, look at the size
And it's a
of this
$5,000 value, and it's not a surprise that it's valued that high. It's 36 by 48. It is a massive painting, and within that size, you're able to see tremendous amounts of detail as well. The starting bid for this one is going to be $1,500. It's $1,500 starting bid for a value of $5,000.
Yeah.
And we always talk about, we don't want to be cheap here. We don't want to be cheap. We're here to give to KCOS.
Right.
But if you are a cheap person, this is the place to call in, right? Because you're going to get amazing value for good prices.
You really are. I mean, come on. We're doing $1,500. Is that what
Yes.
you said? $1,500. This is a $5,000 painting. I mean, this is huge. This is something that you put over your mantle. This is something that you put over your bed. This is something that goes behind you in your office, and everybody walks in and goes, whoa, tell me all about this painting. And I mean, this is spectacular. This is, the desert scene extraordinaire, and this is like you are looking out a picture window onto the scene, and I just love the colors. I love this. I love the clouds. They're just amazing.
Yeah, and what's great is you see kind of behind us, you can see the size and the scale of this piece. Mario Parra's work is featured throughout different museums. You also will find it in a number of different countries. His work has made it really international.
Wow.
His pieces can be found in Japan, in China, in South America. These pieces represent this region so well that they become collector's items. So if you're looking at starting a collection, maybe you're looking at just kind of maybe putting the first fine piece of art in your home, this is a great place to start.
Yeah, $1,500 on a $5,000 piece. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this. And the best thing about it, like I said, this is the kind of thing that you buy once.
Yes.
And you're going to put this on your wall, and 30 years from now, you're still going to be looking at it, still going, I didn't notice that one little spot right there. I didn't notice the way that the light plays on the clouds right there. Or you're going to look and you're going to say, this is why I love this painting, because I love that one spot in the painting. Do we have a bid? We're looking for $1,500 starting bid. That is a steal, you guys. Come on, look at the size of this thing.
What I love about it, too, is the really good use of all the colors, right? It goes from the blues kind of up in the upper part, and then you see the nice deep oranges that kind of represent those rocks that we see out in New Mexico, Arizona area, kind of around Monument Valley, down to the blues and the greens that kind of settle into the bottom part. It's so well balanced. The placement is so great. The frame itself is great. It has a beautiful kind of antique feel.
It does.
You're going to put this in your house, and it's just going to elevate everything, I think.
It really does. And, and this is the kind of piece that if you put this in your office, people really, it is such a statement piece. I mean, we're always talking about, a statement handbag or a statement piece of jewelry. Let me tell you something. I would rather have a statement piece of art than a statement piece of jewelry anytime, because this is the kind of thing that never goes out of style. It never is something that you regret buying. Art is so amazing. It is absolutely timeless.
Absolutely. So we got another minute or so on this one before we go on to our next one. But we've talked about a lot of great pieces here. We've seen Mario Parra, we've seen Rudy Montoya. These are great artists that we have available and we're bringing to you here at home. KCOS is a community. KCOS is a community that really engenders great education, great values, and great kind of ideas across our community. We're excited to have so many community artists involved with this auction, and we're looking forward to making you a part of that community. Call in today, help donate, consider this kind of be your annual giving. It's like giving, but you get a gift as well.
It is,
right?
Yeah. And if you think about it, $1,500, it's a little over $100 a month, and it's yours. And you're keeping really good programming on the air on KCOS.
So our next one, let's go ahead and talk about.
Our next one is Socorro Mission.
Going to be...
That's by Jose Cisneros. It's a signed full-color print. And again, I love Jose Cisneros because I really do like the art of the region. I mean, if you're going to be living on the East Coast, you're not going to be seeing this kind of art because that's not their experience. Our experience here in El Paso and the Southwest is the Socorro Mission. I mean, it's been there for hundreds of years. This is something that, you know, you can still see today. And this is something that you see this print and you think to yourself, you know, I mean, this is our heritage. This is what we are in El Paso. And I really, really like Jose Cisneros.
And this is a starting bid of just $375. If you're thinking about donating, this is a great place to start, right? Some of our items are higher priced, some are lower priced. $375 is a great happy medium where you know you're giving to KCOS. Right. You can feel good about that donation. And then in addition to that, you're also getting something. So this one is, as you mentioned, Jose Cisneros. He has a very unique style of drawing. It's called Indian Baroque. It's a very romantic imagery and theatrical style. He's got all these kind of thatch works across, and those are what create the lightness and the darkness of the color. So you'll see kind of on the shoulder, kind of over here, you'll see that lightness. Then as it gets heavier, that's not necessarily because he's applied more pigment, but just because he's done those thatches and those unique lines a little bit thicker and a little bit closer. And so it kind of tricks the eye into thinking that it's, you know, one uniform color, when in fact, it's all done with beautiful line work.
And you know, and this is the kind of thing that draws you closer to this particular piece because you see it from far away and you think to yourself, oh, okay, I can see, you know, I can see the painting, I can see what's going on here. But then you do get closer up and you do see the way that he has thatched everything, the way that he has made the robes of the Padre move, and the way that you see the dog, for heaven's sakes. Although, yeah, wow, okay. And you see the steer and you see the Socorro Mission in the background. Heck, you even see the two birds above the Socorro Mission.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so many details. And again, when you think about buying something, you don't think about the initial, like, okay, I'm going to pay $375 for this. You have to think about it with how much use you're going to get out of it, how many times you're going to look at it, you know, throughout every single day, and how many years you're going to have something that will never go out of style and will only go up in value.
And I'm being told we can actually drop this one to $300.
Okay.
So we're going to drop this one to $300. So if there's any bidders out there looking to give $300 to KCOS and get this beautiful piece in their home.
Absolutely.
So $300 is going to be our starting bid we're looking for on this one. If you're interested, give us a call. We'd be excited to talk to you, excited to make our answering staff work. They've had a great day here with us at KCOS volunteering. We're raising some great students at UTEP, and we're excited to have them here. Get them on the phone, talk to us, let's get some donations in for KCOS.
And we dropped the starting bid to $300. And again, you have to think about that not just as that one chunk, you have to think about it in the course of your lifetime, in the course of your kids' lifetimes, in the course of your grandkids' lifetimes, in the course of putting it up on Antiques Roadshow and having them say, you know, we actually bought this on a PBS station, and so here I am with it. And it's Jose Cisneros, and trust me, this is not just a local artist. This is somebody who is renowned, and this is something that is really going to only go up in value. And you know what? I really like the frame. Now that I look at it, it really, we have the $300 bid. Excellent.
So we've got $300 on H for this one. We're going to look for three. What are we going next bid? We're going
we
to go
need
up in
$325. We're going up in $25 increments. And you see the frame. The frame is a carved, and it really makes sense with this particular piece because it's exactly the style of the Jose Cisneros print. It's just really beautiful. Signed full color print. We're looking for $325
is our next one. We're at $300. We're doing $25 increments.
We're looking for $325
is our next one.
Hopefully we've got it because we're running late here, so we got to wrap this up. So do we have a $325?
If not, we're going to go ahead and go with sold. So going once.
Okay.
Going twice.
Now, do we have anything?
Sold for $300 on F.
Sold for $300.
Now the next one I think is really beautiful. Let's go ahead and talk about this one.
Okay, this is Old Town Chiles, and it's by Christina Robbins. It's oil on canvas. Ah, yeah, this is beautiful. I love the colors on this one.
Yeah. You can see why I was so excited about this one. So this one, as you mentioned, is one of the most beautiful ones. It's starting at how much?
This is a starting bid at $500. And again, this is valued at $1,200. And again, I mean, how can you look at this painting and not go, oh my gosh, This is the El Paso, Las Cruces area. I know this place. I've got to have this.
Yeah, this one's great. And what I love about it too is we talked about complementary colors earlier. When we had the Don Bean, we were talking about the ways people really make colors pop on the color wheel. This one is super unique in the sense they've used that really traditional turquoise that we see throughout Latin America, throughout New Mexico as well. And they've really offset it with that red. Right, so you've got those red chilies, and the texture on those chilies is so impressive.
Yeah.
You could take a blind person. They could take this painting, they could touch it, they would know that it's chilies. I mean, that's how well done this painting is.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and they really do come up off of the canvas on you. I mean, you're not looking at a flat canvas. You really are looking at a 3D image. You are walking through this particular courtyard, and you've got the water jars right there. You've got the jar on top of the bench. I mean, this is just spectacular. And a starting bid of $500, again, this is the kind of thing you could put in any home, in any office, because of our shared experience here in the Desert Southwest.
Exactly. So this is, again, one of our favorites here at the KCOS Art Auction. I'd love for it to make it to one of y'all's homes. If you're looking to donate to KCOS, you've got just a couple more seconds before we wrap it up and pass it back. So if you're thinking about calling, call us here. Our number is 915-881-0013. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to take your donations even more. We're here to support KCOS.
And remember, if you see something and you didn't bid on it and you think to yourself, oh no, it's lost forever, it's not. It's absolutely not. So go ahead and give us a call here at the number on your screen, 881-0013, and you can bid on any painting that you've seen that hasn't been sold. We really appreciate everybody who's already donated.
Absolutely.
We're so glad that you're going to get some really fine art that's going to go into your home.
And we're going to go ahead and pass it back over. Take us away.
So far, if you're one of our lucky winning bidders, or you became one later on during the auction, here's what you need to know about picking up and paying for your art. Also, keep in mind that in addition to purchasing art, you can also support KCOS by becoming a sustaining member, and one of the best benefits of the KCOS membership is online access to PBS Passport.
Pick up and pay information. If you are the confirmed winning bidder on an item, congratulations. After you win the item, a KCOS staff member will call you back within the hour to confirm your bid and take payment. You can pay with any major credit card, cash, or check. Please note we don't charge tax, but there is a 5% buyer's premium to help defray the cost of processing payments. We want you to get your art as soon as possible. Pickup times begin Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. and continue on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have additional questions or need special pickup or shipping arrangements, please call 915-590-1313. Thank you.
A new chapter begins.
Now you can access more of your favorite PBS shows than ever before.
This is the future!
With PBS Passport, a member benefit that lets you binge many of the latest shows and catch up on your favorites.
We really are living in the modern world.
Anytime you want.
Wow, how about that?
Anywhere you are.
There's literally nothing like this in the world.
Support your PBS station and get Passport, your ticket to the best of PBS.
And now we're going to go back to Tanny and Hal to get some wonderful art.
Hal.
All right.
We're at the last segment,
Is this
Hal.
the last? Oh, I got to look over there? Okay.
Look over here.
All
but
right.
it's
You
the last
think
segment,
after
Hal.
doing this 25 times, I know where to look. Okay, so this is the last segment.
We're
Okay.
at-
No painting left behind. That's my motto.
We're going to sell them all.
Okay,
And
here
we
we
got
go.
5 pieces and it's over for the
Well,
night.
and if not, we got a special surprise over there.
We do.
We got a special surprise.
So what are the 5 we're going to look
Okay,
at?
well, let's say they got to come up on the screen.
They are. Put them on the screen.
You're just so anxious.
I can't because they're beautiful. They are. I am so into art, and these are such
How much
magnificent
time do we
paintings.
got? How much time
We have
is
some
it?
originals, right?
Let's see. Yeah, we have some originals, all right. Let's see what time it is here. Oops, it's 8:25.
Collectible
Okay.
originals.
All right, so the first one we got coming, I believe, is the José Cisneros.
It is José Cisneros.
The
right
José-
there.
okay, so this is an original 18th century Spanish officer.
So this is a signed and numbered print.
No, it's not. This is an original. I'm telling you.
You mean
it's-
there's only one of these?
It's a $6,500 value, opening up at $3,900.
But this is an original
Original, yes, original.
of José Cisneros.
Of José Cisneros,
Who's
yes.
been in the White House.
Yes. And honored by the
So
King of
make
Spain
sure I get it
and the
right.
President. Okay. And the next piece is by me. It's called El Camino. It's the migrants walking through town.
You know something?
And
if anybody is
$3,000 value.
to what's going on right now.
Opening up $1,500 called El Camino, the pathway. Okay, it's a well, I like it. It's a wonderful painting.
I like to call them refugees.
Refugees.
That's what they are.
Okay, and the next one is Cowboy and Windmill by Lester Hughes. $1,000 value, opening up at $600.
I have a Lester
classic
Hughes.
Lester Hughes. And let's see,
Rudy
the next one
Montoya?
is The Zebras by Rudy Montoya. $2,000 value, opening up at only $750. And the other one is by
Mario Parra.
Mario Parra. It's this is a beautiful one. $4,500 value, opening up at $1,200. And then, if we have time, we have a surprise over there. Some mariachis.
There it is.
I'm
We
not
just
going to
showed
say anymore. That's only if we have
just
some
showed
time.
it.
So
All right,
we're
let's
going
go to
to
this
jump
Jose
on
Cisneros.
over to the 18th century Spanish officer, an original signed called Cisneros Paisano. He used to put Paisano. What does Paisano mean, Tanny?
Paisano is what we are. We're all friends and neighbors and caring for each other. And that's why we're
right.
Paisanos.
You have an office over there on Paisano
I do,
Street.
right off of Paisano. South between Oregon
Okay,
and El Paso.
$6,500 value, opening up at $3,900.
Again, this is a signed and numbered.
Forget it. It's an original. It's a one of a
How many
kind.
originals have we ever had of Jose Cisneros? This is an original
We had
piece.
one about 3 years ago. We sold one for $7,500.
I remember that.
$7,500, and it was in pencil. This is in ink. So go to your phone right now. No painting left behind is my motto. $3,900 for an original.
This is a one of a
Jose
kind.
Cisneros.
You know how you get copyrighted? Sometimes you get prints that have like 400 or 500 in the edition. This is one of a kind. You, with this piece, you own an original Jose Cisneros. I have 3 copies. I have 3 prints. I don't have an original. This is an original Jose Cisneros. I mean, this guy is one of the icons of
Self-taught, Cisneros was born in Villa Ocampo, Durango, Mexico. Grew up with a poor family during the Mexican Revolution. Born in 1910, while he was a youth, Cisneros moved with his family to Ciudad Juarez, where he crossed the Rio Grande to attend school in El Paso. The artist moved permanently to El Paso in 1930s. Cisneros' body of work consists of thousands of illustrations depicting the Spanish heritage of Mexico and the American Southwest, based on his close study of history, known for his unique cross-hatching technique, which no one else can do. The artist described his romantic imagery and his theatrical style as Indian Baroque. There's only one person who can be described as that, as Indian Baroque, and that's Jose Cisneros. He has illustrated in over 40 books, won many awards, including National Arts and Humanities Medal,
Jose Cisneros, man.
the Hispanic
$7,500
Cultural
value.
Foundation in 2002. In 1991, Cisneros was knighted by the King Juan Carlos of Spain. No other artist from this region has ever been knighted by the King Carlos of Spain for his contributions of understanding the Spanish history through his art. In 2007, the El Paso Museum of Art represented a retrospective of the artist Jose Cisneros, A Life in Art. He was honored at the Smithsonian Institute, the White House, the state capitol.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Jose
On and on and
Cisneros
on and
original.
on.
Now, I will tell you, 2 people are responsible for what we call the 12 Travelers in El Paso.
right.
One is Tom Lee,
Right, yeah,
who originally outlined the 12 Travelers.
Right, and
the
Jose
other is
Cisneros.
Jose Cisneros, who actually depicted 3 of the 12 Travelers. So I am telling you now.
This is the last segment, boys and
Collectible
girls
is not the
out
word.
there in TV land. Last segment.
Appreciable in value is the word.
I'm gonna lower this. I'm gonna lower this to
No.
$3,500. I know, Tanny, you hate for me to lower it, but I want to get that phone ringing. $3,500 for a $6,500
Original Jose Cisneros.
$3,500. I just lowered it. Just lowered
Need
it to
an opening bid
$3,500.
of $3,500 for an original Jose Cisneros, not a signed.
Go to your
We
phones.
sold a signed and numbered print for $4,200.
Right, and we sold one of these originals for $7,500.
So somebody give me $3,500. Is that what you said?
35. It was supposed to be 39. $3,500.
Somebody give me $3,500
This is
for
your
an original
opportunity.
Jose Cisneros.
How
An
we-
original, not a signed and numbered print.
We can't mess around. You need to go to the phone.
You will be the only one in the
I'm
world.
going to drop it to $3,000. $3,000. So I get you okay, Natalie? $3,000 for a signed
You will
original.
be the only one in the
Cisneros.
world with this painting.
Tomorrow, it's going to go back up to $6,500. When it's not here, it's $6,500. $3,000. $3,000.
For an original
I know
José
you all out
Cisneros.
there know what an original Cisneros is all about.
This is not a signed and numbered print.
And
this
is
an
an early
original piece.
This was done about 1980. In the 90s, his brushstrokes got a little bit shaky.
What is this called?
What is it called? It's called Spanish Officer.
Officer.
The 18th
Somebody give me
century-
$3,000 to open this piece.
$3,000.
An original José Cisneros. Guys, this is not a print.
Okay,
We have
$2,900.
Oh, come
$2,900.
on.
If you're at home, $2,900. We just dropped it $1,000. $2,900. You don't want to make me eat my hat.
This is an original
You're
José
gonna make me eat my
Cisneros.
hat. $2,900.
Unbelievable.
It was supposed to be $39.
I mean, I just, honestly,
You
we have
girls
sold
just start
prints
staring at that phone. Just start
for
staring
more
at that phone
than this.
and visualize. Just visualize $2,900.
Somebody pick up the phone and get the deal of a lifetime.
$2,800. $2,800.
This
Come
is
on,
the
you
deal
back
of a
there-
lifetime.
Back there, out there in the TV land, $2,800 for an original José
I'm telling you, we have
Cisneros.
sold a print just like this for
18th century,
$4,500.
$2,800.
Waiting for the opening bid.
What am I going to do?
What are you waiting for? We
28.
can't do much better. This
28.
is an original José Cisneros.
27. 27.
Wow.
You going to make me eat my hat after I've been here for 4 days?
I can't believe your prices.
$2,700.
This is an original José Cisneros.
$2,600.
Any interest? Any interest in an original
Of
José
course,
Cisneros?
there's interest. People out there right now, they're getting their credit card. They're
Who
talking
recognizes
They're
this?
talking to their wife and they're saying, "Oh, honey, this is the deal of a lifetime. The phone is gonna ring. I know it."
José Cisneros original.
All right.
We're gonna pass it.
Okay. If you change your mind out
Thank
there in
goodness.
TV land, give us a call. Okay. The people are here to answer your phone.
I can't believe that.
Okay. Here we are at El Camino.
This is by Hal Marcus.
This is mine. This is mine. And you won't find another painting with this color scheme that I've ever done.
And this is an original piece of art.
Oh, the phone's ringing. The phone's ringing.
This is an original oil
$3,000
on canvas.
value. $3,000 value.
You know, the refugees are so impactful on this community. Hal, I don't know when you painted this.
It was about a year ago.
But it is very topical right now.
Yeah, 2017.
So let me just say, anybody who can open their heart to the people that I know that, you know, these people are I see them as refugees from really some of the most war-torn and impoverished countries, certainly in our hemisphere. And they're coming up here to just try to find a better life. I know they're being depicted as violent, but they're so not. And they are so anxious to become part of the American fabric. Hal, you've done a great job representing who they are and what they do.
You know, the technique on this is very. These people could be from Mexico, South America, Peru. They can be from Iran. They could be from Iraq. They could be from Syria. It doesn't make any difference where they are. They're traveling as a family. You know. Now, on the other hand, they could be going to the market. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be a refugee. The neat thing about it is the way it's done, the way it looks, and I think it's superb.
$3,000 value. I only need $1,500 to open this piece.
$1,500.
This is an original Hal Marcus called The Refugees, even though he doesn't call it that.
I call it El Camino because it could be the path. It could be the path.
It is the path. The Camino means the way.
Right.
This is a better way of life for people. Need $1,500.
One more minute. Okay, I'm going to lower it to $1,000. One more minute, I'm going to lower it to $1,000. You guys, this is like the grand ending for the evening.
I feel like I'm at the bazaar in Istanbul.
No. This is a wonderful painting, okay? And all the money, every single penny is going to the public television, okay?
Somebody give me
Every single penny is
$1,000
going
to
to
open
public
this piece.
television. So this is an opportunity to get yourself a beautiful painting at a very good price, you know. And
This is a great piece of art.
It's the life of work.
$1,000. I mean, you can give this piece to some Annunciation House
Yeah,
if you
it's
want.
30 inches by 24 inches. It's done in the monochromatic
I
style.
mean, this is a great piece of art.
Could
Somebody
be.
give me $1,000 to open
It's
this.
all earth tones. All earth
Worth
tones.
$3,000.
All earth tones. $3,000 value.
Looking for $1,000 to open. $1,000.
I know some
Should have
people
started
out
at
there-
$1,500. Give me $1,000. $3,000 piece of art. great depiction of the plight of people just looking for a better life.
If you zoom out, you'll see one of the mountains back there has a little cross on the top of it, like the Mount Cristo Rey.
Like Cristo Rey.
You know, and they got little children. Look at the little halo.
$1,000.
Look at the halo.
Open your heart to the station and open your heart to these people.
$800. $800. We got one more. $800 for this beautiful painting for KCOS. $800. That's 24 by 30 inches. It's supposed to start off at $1,500. That's half price.
Half price of what you were going to start it for.
Half price.
It's actually $3,000.
$800. Okay, it's flashing right there. $800 to support your public television. Here we are at Sunday night. Okay,
finally,
the phone's ringing.
Finally, somebody sees a bargain.
$800. This is a
give
great
me $800
opportunity.
to open this piece.
Remember, you know, everyone
piece
here.
Piece is worth $3,000.
Everyone here.
Give me $800.
Is working.
I mean, seriously. Thank you.
Yay!
Now 850.
800.
Got 800. Give me 850.
And they also get the free print when they get the first bid.
Oh, that's
true. So we
they
got 800. We're looking for 850.
Give me 850.
We got 800.
Got
looking
800.
for 850.
Piece is worth 3,000. Give me 850.
Thank you. Thank you, El Paso.
Looking for 850.
It's
on a piece worth $3,000.
I especially love the sunset in the background.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is a great piece of art.
And that's my dog, Chacho. That's my dog down at the bottom there.
Got 800. Do I hear 850?
I got 800 going 850, and we're going to sell it. 800 going once.
Wow.
800 going twice. Get ready, Chris.
$3,000
whoever's
value.
back there. And sold for $800.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Woo! All right, no painting left behind.
Lester Hughes.
Right. And I hear people are still calling about the other paintings that we just passed on. Good. So we're cool. We're cool. I'm not going to have to eat my hat.
I just can't believe us Cisneros. You just gave away for nothing.
No.
All right. This is a Lester Hughes. I happen to have two of his.
Lester Hughes. Classic Lester Hughes. Classic.
Gorgeous piece.
Yeah, let me see what we got here on Lester Hughes. Lester Hughes is, his work was collected by several presidents, including Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
And, he's known for this his style. I don't know how he does
Lots
it.
of landscape and a figure, always with a figure.
The magic. He's got the magic touch, so Lester Hughes. Let's see what
How much is this piece?
Okay, it looks like it's $1,000 value. Opening it up at $600. Back in 1969, when Lester Hughes quit his job as a business supply salesman to become a full-time artist, he never dreamed that one day his paintings would hang in the White House. 7 years later, however, the artist's dream came true when one of his work was presented to President-elect Ronald Reagan during the 1976 campaign stop in his hometown of El Paso. According to Time magazine, that particular painting, 24 by 36, which was the size of this one, oil featuring the southwestern landscape with a dilapidated windmill in an old shack, which is just like this one.
Exactly
Over the years, Reagan continued to be so enamored with Hughes' paintings that he purchased at least a dozen more. Success has not changed Hughes' personality. Looking at his simple lifestyle, it's difficult to imagine that he numbers a bevy of congressmen and senators.
$600.
Okay.
For a Lester Hughes.
Also,
I mean,
George
we've given
Bush.
you the best artists we've got in the community. $600. $1,000 value.
$600 for this beautiful, beautiful Lester Hughes.
Somebody give me $600 on a Lester Hughes, worth $1,000, and I don't think that's the right number. I think it's worth more than that. Give me $600. $600 for a Lester Hughes original oil. Now, this is an original oil.
You know what's neat about this painting is that normally he works with the blues, but this one's all the earth tones.
Yes.
It looks like it's a cattle drive. It looks like they're heading home. There's a little shack in the background there.
And
we
the
got
mountains
the cows.
are much more outlined on
Yes,
this painting
they
than on
might
the ones
even
I
be
have.
around the Oregon Mountains, maybe, on one side
The
of
ones
the
I
Oregon.
have blended, he has really defined these mountains beautifully. Need a $600 offer. Somebody give me $600 on a Lester Hughes.
Can't go down on this
This is
one.
an original piece.
We can't go down on this one because it's not from my gallery, so I don't have
Somebody
the
give me
permission.
$600 for an original Lester Hughes. I mean, I paid $1,200 for the one I've got.
No, it's a great
Give
thing.
me $600.
Mm-hmm.
Need $600 for this piece.
We got a Rudy
Piece is
Montoya.
worth $1,200.
The phone's ringing there, $600.
This is an original
It's
Lester
quite
Hughes.
large. It's 36 inches, 40 inches.
It's a big piece.
40 inches.
Somebody give me $600.
40
The
inches.
piece is worth $1,000. It's actually worth more than 1,000.
Yeah, it's probably worth
I paid
that.
$1,200 and mine is smaller.
Right. Okay, looks like we got the telephones
$600,
ringing.
that's all I need.
The telephones
An
are
opening
ringing.
bid.
Yay! Thank you,
Now
El
6 and a
Paso.
quarter.
Thank you, El
That's
Paso.
6 on a Lester
looking
Hughes.
for 625.
Give me 625. I've got 600 on a Lester Hughes. Need 625.
Yeah, you
Any
know.
other bids? Come on, somebody give me
Okay,
625. on
600
Lester
going once. 600 going twice.
Lester Hughes.
Get ready with
original.
that gong. And sold for $600.
Wow.
It's okay. It's doing good. We're doing good. No painting left
Well,
behind.
we're down to the last 20 minutes. That's all I can say.
No painting left behind.
Rudy Montoya started out as a graphic designer.
Okay.
Went into doing art on his own.
That's right.
One of the great artists from this area. We have Mantia Colorada was a selection that he did, that he actually gave to actually support KCOS. And we sold one a year for 10 years. Linda Troncoso and I sold them for up to $3,800 and $4,200 each. This is called Zebra.
This is an artist proof, and it's signed. An artist proof, and it's signed.
Mantia Colorada was assigned in number
Yeah, okay,
print,
so let's
just
get down.
like
Let's
this.
get down to going to the telephone. We got a $1,500 value opened up for $750. $750.
Rudy Montoya.
Black
I have
and
a
white.
$750 open.
I like black and white. A lot of people are, don't
gorgeous.
like the color, so we're
It's
opening up
beautiful.
for black and white.
You need a $750 opener on this Rudy Montoya, signed and numbered original. It is a print marked artist proof.
Well, they're
which
telling
means
me we
what?
got it.
It's one of a
Artist
kind.
proof means that he inspected it if it's coming off the press, and
one
there
of a
was
kind.
only. No, that's an artist proof. It's not even a part of an edition. So there's only about 20 artist proofs. Okay, we're going to drop it to $600. We just got the sign. We got 1 more minute left. We got a couple more paintings left,
On a Rudy Montoya.
and surprises. $600 for Rudy Montoya.
That should be selling for $1,800.
$600 for Rudy Montoya. Artist proof.
Again,
Framed.
Mantia Colorado went for up to $4,200. Somebody give me, would you say $600?
$600.
Wow.
$600 for the Rudy Montoya.
Zebras. Zebras. Again, he was a graphic designer. You can see that background, but he became the great artist that he is. Rudy passed away way too soon.
Yep.
Way too
His
soon.
stuff is still very, very, very collectible.
And we thank Barbara for all her help.
He's
She
called A
gives us.
Poet with a Pen. And let's see what else about him. His watercolors and prints create a visual life as it was along the dusty Butterfield Trail. He was a frequent solo exhibitor at private shows sponsored by large corporations, banks, and businesses. You know, he died, he was only about 47
Very
years old.
young, very young. Way too
He did
young.
extensive
We
commission
just
work.
got to a party together.
His illustrations often graced the covers of annual reports and brochures. with
Last
local-
chance, $600. Rudy Montoya Zebras. This is a great piece of art, worth easily $1,800. I know what it says, $1,500. Give me a third of its value, $600, and support the
$600
station.
for the Rudy Montoya.
Any bids? Any bids at all?
If not, we're going to move off to this beautiful, beautiful Mario Para.
All right, we'll pass it. I hate to pass Rudy Montoya.
Okay, Mario Para. Let's
Last
see.
chance on the Rudy Montoya. Any bids? All right. Wow.
Okay. Here
Again,
we go.
Mantia Colorado helped support this station for years.
I know. Mario
Wow, look
Para.
at
Okay, Mario Para. It's a $4,500. This is one of the most gorgeous paintings in the auction.
Gorgeous.
You know, I love
Wow.
the composition. I love the skies. I love the color. I love everything about it. And it's 4 feet long.
It's huge. It's
4
huge.
feet long. Wow.
It's called Summer, right?
Yeah. It's called Summer Mario Para, $4,500 value.
$1,200.
$1,200. Increments of $100. And Mario Para,
Somebody just give us
lives
$1,200
and
to
works.
open
He
this.
teaches at the Institute in Juarez, Mexico. He's been a donor in El Paso for at least 10 or 15 years that I know of.
This is a stark piece.
And it is really beautiful. Really beautiful.
This is the kind of piece that people will talk about in your home, in your office. It is huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Summer.
I'm gonna drop it to $1,100 for a second time. $1,100 for this beautiful painting. This is probably the largest painting in the whole auction.
I've never seen one this big.
Yeah, it's 4 feet long, 4 feet, 36 by 48. Look how beautiful it is.
Unframed.
Yeah. And it's a canvas wrap, so it's painted around the corners. You can see the beautiful detail. You can see the people there.
$1,100.
Right. Uh-huh. Excellent.
Need an opening bid of $1,100.
$1,100. I'm going to drop it to $1,000. Okay, we got 1 minute to go, and we're going to have to be off the air by 9 o'clock, and we got some surprises coming up. Let me look at my phone here.
15 minutes.
8:47. 8:47, and we got some commercial things coming up.
Mario Para, anybody interested in
$1,000 for this painting. There is not a painting that's for $1,000 in this whole auction of 150 pieces that sold for $1,000. There's not one painting this big. Forget the artist. Just
this
for the
is an
pure size.
original, one-of-a-kind oil by Mario Para called Summer.
It's about 90% off. If you think
Just
of the
give me $1,000 to open this piece, just to start it. The piece should be selling for $8,000. Just need $1,000 to open it. Somebody give me $1,000 to open this piece. This is a Mario Para original. Huge, huge piece. You can see, here's my hand.
Mm-hmm.
This piece is huge. There you go. Look how big this piece is.
No, it's humongous. It really is humongous.
Behind a couch, in a room, in an office.
$1,000. Okay, Mario Para was born in Copper Canyon, near Creel in Chihuahua. When he was a child, his family moved to Juarez, and his father was a mechanic, and he would gain more productive livelihood for his large family. Para was somewhat special because despite having to pitch in to help his family, just like all of his siblings, he still had a burning desire to become an artist. And he went to the Chicago Art Institute, and he found himself in Santa Fe studying with Tom
Sent
Lavelle.
to the Chicago Institute by whom?
By Manuel Acosta. Manuel Acosta paid for him.
Give me $1,000 on this piece. Somebody give me $1,000. Pick up your phone.
His work is in Japan.
We're almost done.
China.
This is your chance to help the station. Last chance.
Yep,
Make a donation of $1,000 to
this.
KCOS. We'll give you this piece. How about that?
That's right.
You have a chance to really show your support for public television. $1,000 and we'll give you the piece.
We want to end up on a good note. We want to end up on a good note.
Last chance.
Last chance.
$1,000.
How about $900? How about $900 so I don't have to eat my hat? $900 for the largest painting in the whole auction. This is like the last painting in the auction. We got maybe one more if we could squeeze it in. $900.
Somebody give $1,000 to KCOS and take this piece home.
Look how big it is, okay? Look at it big. It's like bigger
Make a donation to the
bigger than me and Tanny put together.
It is huge.
And Tanny's big.
$1,000.
I told them $900. I know they're going to, oh, it's going off the air. We're going off the air. It's so cheap, the TV station's going off the air.
We're going to blink it out.
Okay, $900.
Any bidders? Last chance on Mario Para. Finally.
Oh, yay.
Make a donation of $1,000 and we'll give you the painting.
People know out there the value of these.
Come on, this is a Mario Para original.
Don't worry, Tanny. They're out there. They understand.
Yay! So now I need $950. So I got $900, about $950. Got $900 on a Mario Para that should be selling for $4,000.
We were supposed to open this up at $1,600.
Wow. Give me $950. I need $950.
It's painted around the edges, though. It's gallery wrapped.
It's called gallery wrapped.
Oh, okay. So it's $900.
It's really a painting that should be hung in a museum. That's why it's that way.
$900 going once?
This is a museum piece of art. $900 going once.
$900 going twice?
$900 going twice.
Sold for $900.
Wow. Wow.
I want to hear you all clapping. Come on, let's go. It's the last painting of this.
I'm still in shock that you sold that painting for $900.
I know, Tanny, but we sold it, and it's all for a good cause. You know, it's not easy to raise $900 in El Paso.
Well,
you know?
Obviously, we're giving away paintings.
I know, but we thank to Mario Para and thanks to all the artists. Now, this next painting is called Zapeta Mariachi. I bet you don't know what Zapeta means, Tanny.
Zapeta?
Zapeta means the mariachis who are in diapers.
Oh, I know what a zapeta is, but I'm going mariachi. They are in diapers.
They are in diapers. If you find a younger mariachi group in El Paso, I will eat my hat right now. I'll even eat my diapers.
These are little guys.
Oh, that's gross.
What a cute, what a beautiful depiction.
So a $2,000 value, and you know, I don't even have the.
What are we going to start it at?
Let's start it at
$800.
$700.
$700.
$700. $600.
So who's this? Who's
$600.
$600.
This is Romero. Francisco Romero.
Tell us about Francisco Romero.
Francisco Romero. Okay, $700. It's a $2,000 value.
Who is Francisco Romero?
Francisco Romero was born in Juarez. He's been living in the United States since 1980. I've been representing him in my gallery for 22 years.
Wow.
This is a classic example. See the papel picados, and he has a sense of humor. His stuff can be identified very readily by the chubby faces.
This is a great piece of art, people. Yeah. Beautiful oil.
34 inches. 34 inches. This is a classic Romero. If you have a children's room,
$2,000 value. We're looking for $700.
A kindergarten. I'm going to see if the people are awake over there. $700. I'm going to see about $300.
$300. I'll buy it for $300.
Okay, put Tanny down for $300.
Put me down for $300.
$300 for Tanny. Okay.
I will buy this piece
Okay,
for
$300. We're looking for $325.
Wow.
We got $300 looking for $325.
This is a gorgeous piece.
We're looking for $325. $325 out there. $300 looking for
I am in. I am totally in.
Tanny's hoping that you don't call.
I hope you don't call. Anybody for $3 1/4 on this piece?
$3 1/4. $350.
Piece is worth $2,000. I am bidding $300
for Francisco Romero.
There you go.
$325. $2,000 value for $325.
$325.
The phones are ringing.
This is a great piece. I should go going, gone. I should do that real quick.
This is a large painting.
$325. Now $350.
Let's make it even $400. Even $400.
You got $325.
This painting in my gallery sells for $2,000. How can we do this? Because the $350.
Yay!
How can we do it? Because
now $375. Piece is worth $2,000. Give me $375. I've got $350. Give me $375. Got $350. Need $375. Piece worth $2,000. Give me $375. This piece is worth $2,000. Give me $375.
I know people out there know.
20%, 80 off, 80 off.
People out there
this
know.
This is Dillard's.
No, they know what the value of this is. And
give me $375. Got $350. I almost had it for $300.
Ah, Tanny.
Give me $375.
I'm glad I didn't have to.
$350 going once.
$350 going once. $350 going 1.5 times. All we're looking at is $25 more, and you can get a $2,000 painting for $375. $350
what a way to end the
going
auction.
twice. This is your chance to answer the phone. Oh!
This is the end of the auction
ringing.
right now. Piece is worth $2,000.
This is the last piece. If you want to be a hero.
Thank you. Now $400. That's 20% of its value.
Romero is a great artist.
$400. I need $400.
$400.
Got $375 looking. Thank you.
$400.
Now $4 1/4. Got $4. Give me $4 1/4. Piece is worth $2,000. Give me $425. We were supposed to start at $700. Give me $425.
Tanny, you're losing your voice. Just settle down. People are calling. People are calling. People are calling. You
400. Give me $425.
They know this is a great value.
400 going once. Don't lose this piece for $25. 400 going twice. Do not lose this piece for $25. Piece is worth $2,000.
That's for $425.
Yay! $425
now
for the beautiful
$450.
Romero.
Make it $450.
Francisco
Half of
Romero.
what we're supposed to start it at.
I know we're supposed to start.
$450 going once. $425 going once. Make it $450.
Do it now.
$425 going
Tell them you have
twice.
2 seconds.
Don't lose it for $25.
2 seconds.
Yay! $475. Make it $500 and blow them out of the water.
450. Would you like to go for
475.
500 will buy.
500 will buy
Can I
it.
have your first name?
450 going once.
Okay, 450 going once.
$25.
450 going twice. And sold for 450.
We thank all the artists.
Thank the artists.
We thank you.
Thank me.
And we
thank
thank
you.
all the
thank
buyers,
all the volunteers.
supporters,
And
all
we're
the
gonna
volunteers.
pass it on back.
And we send it on home.
Thank you.
Well, what an exciting way to end an art auction. As we wrap up this evening, we want to take a few minutes to gratefully acknowledge the support of all the artists that contributed pieces to this year's art auction. Without their generosity, none of this would be possible. We encourage you to support their shows, exhibits, and galleries throughout the year. Some of the businesses and partners who have made this year's auction possible are Lonnie's Art and Frame, Hal Marcus Gallery, Fast Signs on Airway, and the El Paso Sing. Additionally, we would like to thank the restaurants that donate meals to feed our hard-working volunteers. Thanks to Albertsons Grocery Store for dinner this evening. We extend our sincere gratitude to each and every one and ask you to support those businesses that support KCOS.
Okay, that number is reachable. Yes, thank you.
We take this opportunity to recognize those volunteers for their outstanding and work and dedication to KCOS. We especially want to thank our auctioneers, Patricia Martinez and Tanny Berg, and our artist commentators, Travis Cosbin and Hal Marcus, and our producer, Javier Vasquez. Many thanks to each of you. Your calls today during today's art auction have been taken by our outstanding volunteers from National Panhellenic Council at UTEP, whose mission is advancing society together. We again thank them for their expert handling of the phones and for giving so generously of their time and talents. Last of all, but certainly not least, thanks to the KCOS staff members that have gone above and beyond in helping to guarantee that the art auction is a complete success. Amanda Babcock, Elizabeth Balderrama, Estefania Mitre, Victor Romero, Nancy Lujan, Trishelta Tyler, Natalie Eckberg, and Emily Loya. Additionally, this auction could have not taken place without the support and assistance of those individuals in production, especially Frank Luna, Grace Torres, Mario Ramirez, and all the rest of the production crew. Cameras, audio, CG, teleprompter, technical directors, graphics, and floor directors. Our engineer and master control operators are an important part of everything we do here at KCOS. We want to thank David Echanes and Alex Medrano for keeping us on the air. Thanks again to everyone who tuned in and participated in this year's art auction. Events like these are what sustain KCOS so we can provide quality programming for viewers in El Paso and southern New Mexico. See you next year.